we're gonna watch something amazing, okay? We're gonna watch something great. Listen, we're gonna watch something, okay? And y'all are gonna love it. I've never seen it before, but I've been promised it's good. I've been promised it's really good. How should we do this? Like this? Does that look good? Does this look good? Like, I'm here in the corner. Oh. Looks comfy? Okay. Just imagine there's a pillow behind my head, okay? Because there is. I'm actually laying on a massive, I'm laying on a huge, or actually, wait, we can, hold on. Oh, yeah! Oh my god, this is perfect. Okay. That's better. I'm laying on a massive squishmallow. It's huge. It's like 2 foot across and 2 foot tall. It's ginormous. Do those pillows have eyes? Oh, they're not pillows, they're rocks. Yay! Is it a little cup? Oh my god. You're great. Oh, I love you. Oh my god, that's so good! I made chocolate pudding yesterday. I mean, I say made. I mean, how much is making when I just mix milk and stuff in, you know? Hold on, let me... There we go. Does that look good? Does that look good? Is that good? We good? We're good to chill and watch now? We're gonna watch us some parkour civilization.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I won't be late next time. Down here, us parkour noobs only get fed once a day. 1 piece of raw chicken is just enough to get you to the next day. But
1 piece of raw chicken? Hold on.
Down here, us parkour noobs only get fed once a day. 1 piece
Why
of
can't
raw
I go
chicken
backwards?
is just enough to get you to the next day. But that's the life of parkour civilization. If you want to survive, you have to parkour. Every parkour noob has this.
Hold on. Can you hear okay? Is it loud enough, or should I find a way to make it louder? Hold on. I'm worried you guys can't hear it. He's parkour civilization. Okay, hold on. Hold on. That is all the way up, and let me start over the video. Okay. Now we are prepared for parkour civilization. I've never seen this before.
Open up. It's time for parkour.
It's time for
my mandatory
parkour.
parkour check. Let's get this over with.
You're late. You know the deal. You can do the 1 block jump for the raw chicken, or you can attempt the 1 block vertical jump for the beef.
Here in
The
parkour
1 block
civilization,
vertical.
no one chooses to jump for the beef. It's better to be safe and do the 1 block jump for the chicken rather than risk your entire life for just half a hunger bar more.
Tomorrow, you better not be late, or you'll be doing 2 block jumps as punishment.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I won't be late next
jumps,
time.
fuck.
Down here, us parkour noobs only get fed once a day. 1 piece of raw chicken is
Oh,
just enough to
they
get you to
can't
the
cook
next day.
it.
But that's the life of parkour civilization. If you want to
Parkour
survive, you have to parkour.
civilization.
Every parkour noob has the same goal, and that's to make it to the top layer where all the parkour pros live. Except most parkour pros are born on the top layer. If you're a parkour noob, there's only one way up, and that is through the Temple of Parkour. The Temple of Parkour is the only structure in the world that combines the bottom layer to the top layer. To make it up, you have to do an impossibly hard parkour course that no parkour noob has ever completed. And that's assuming you even get the chance to complete the course.
Wait.
The inside of the temple is protected by a barrier, and the only way a parkour noob gets past the barrier is if they've earned a ticket. I've never even tried getting a ticket before, but if I'm gonna rank up to a parkour pro one day, I'm gonna have to.
He's
In my
gonna
neighborhood, pretty
have
much everyone has
to.
fallen into the void and died, except for the guy who lives right next to me. He's been my neighbor for 5 years. No! Why did he try going for the beef? Well, I guess I have to change my statement. I now live in this neighborhood alone. In parkour city.
Why did he go for the beef? Why did he go for the beef? He gave up. He gave up, team. What the fuck? He was his neighbor for 5 years! Well, shit. Risk it for the brisket. Oh my god. Fucking finder. Let me put that over there. There we go. Okay, I play again.
Only parkour pros are allowed to break or place blocks. For parkour noobs, it's strictly prohibited. And unfortunately, I found that out the hard way. A while ago, I was searching around and I somehow stumbled upon an oak log. No one has seen an oak log in years since trees don't exist in parkour civilization. So I had to try to take it.
Stop right now.
Oh no, I'm done for.
You really thought you could break that without me noticing? What, were you gonna try to cheat parkour?
No, he was gonna try to cheat parkour?
I just thought it would be super rare and I wanted to collect it.
Stop talking. Give me 2 jumps now.
2 jumps in a row? Okay, sorry sir, I'll do it right now.
You know what? You seem a little too happy about 2. Let's make it 3.
Okay, I'll do 3.
You know what? Now let's make it 4 jumps in a row.
4 in a row? Come on.
Buddy,
in parkour civilization,
you can do it.
It should
You
be
can
no
do it,
surprise
buddy.
that all punishments were just more forms of parkour. And that was the last time I
Punishments are
ever
more
tried breaking a
forms of
block.
parkour.
You're lucky you got a light punishment. Don't forget, you're at the bottom, so follow the rules.
It's safe
What
to say
the
that
heck?
if you're at the bottom level of parkour civilization, it's not exactly the best. But not everything in parkour civilization is that bad. For example, I was able to use parkour to buy the biggest house in the neighborhood. In parkour civilization, literally everything is parkour, and that means parkour has replaced money.
Welcome. Choose which house you want to buy.
It's pretty nice. In parkour civilization, all you have to do to buy anything is just make more parkour jumps. I'm not really sure why or how parkour works as a currency, but all I know is I basically bought a 2-story house for free. Somehow when I was buying my house, I convinced myself to go for the ladder jump to buy the bigger house. In parkour civilization, parkour jumps with trickier items like ladders are worth more. That's why this jump basically bought me a mansion.
No way. Thank you for buying the big house. Let me take you right to it. Just follow me.
Let's go. This is awesome. I just bought my first house. All houses in parkour civilization are pre-built, and they all have one thing in common. It's a requirement that every single house has a parkour jump inside to get to your bed. This is a way to make sure everyone in parkour civilization parkours everywhere they go, even inside the house.
So, this is the neighborhood you'll be living in. You're the only 2-story house here. So if you follow me, I'll give you a house tour.
This is so sick. That ladder jump literally made me the richest one in the neighborhood.
As you can see, you have a jump on the top floor and a jump on the bottom floor. Let me show you the upstairs, and then the house is all yours.
All right. I mean, everything looks good. I just have to do this jump to my bed. Yeah, I think I got everything figured out.
Perfect. Last thing, I just need to check if your parkour jump is good.
How are you supposed to check if it's good? Wait, what the? Did this guy for real just jump off? I'm really confused. Is he alive? Why did he do that?
Alright, just wanted to confirm that your house is ready to move in. The guy did in fact die, so everything should be good.
That guy seriously died?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a part of the job. Enjoy your house.
How is that a part of the job? What? No one really remembers how parkour civilization started. Most of the parkour noobs down here at least think that the parkour pros were the ones who started it. But the truth is, I think I was the one who started it. For some reason, I can't remember the best, but I'm pretty sure this is how the story went. Yo, see what?
Wait, it was a normal civilization? I didn't even think there was such a thing. So there's a normal civilization before the parkour civilization? Oh my god, I can't believe this is such deepest lore. Y'all were right. They were right. Oh my god, this is amazing. Oh my, it is! It's a roller coaster! He's seen how many people now? Like 2 people two people die in front of him. That parkour inspector had one job and he didn't parkour! I guess everyone who lives in the noob section is a noob though, right? But what did he do to start the parkour civilization? I'm so curious now. Blasphemy, I jump to my bed every day. Oh my god, I want to parkour to my bed every day. Should we make parkour civilization in Hightail? No business being in there. I thought it was like a different dimension or something, but no, it's the regular Minecraft world. So what happened? What the fuck happened?
Yo.
Bro!
Hello? Bro, you think I could get a diamond real quick? I was mining for like 3 hours and I only found 2 diamonds. I just want to make a diamond pickaxe.
Sorry. Don't have any to spare.
Bro, come on, don't be like that. You were literally just holding one. Dude, just give me one and I'll pay you back later. I just need a pickaxe.
Alright, fine. Give me 1 second. If you want a diamond, you gotta give me something. Alright, watch out. Back up for 1 second. Look, if you can make this 4-block jump, I'll pay you 1 diamond.
Make this 4-block jump? Wait, why? Why are you gonna pay me to do parkour? What do you even gain from this?
I don't know. I've just never seen anyone do it before. I'd pay to see it done.
Okay, I'll take the offer. Oh, this is so annoying. Alright, just give me a second. I know it's possible. I've done it before.
I told you, bro, it's not possible.
Just stop talking and watch. I'm gonna do it in like 30 seconds. And there we go. Finally. Look, I told you it was possible.
No way. That was actually incredible. Alright, well, I got my money's worth.
Let's go. I got paid for parkour.
If you want, I can keep making more parkour for you to do, and I'll pay you for it.
Are you
Oh,
kidding? Dude,
no!
totally. Alright, I'll be back here tomorrow,
He's
I
the
guess.
catalyst!
And this is basically how
Because he
parkouring
was
for money
so
started. The
desperate
next day I
for
showed up
one
to Siwat's house.
diamond.
He offered me way more diamonds this time, and he constructed an entire parkour course outside of his house to do. But little did we know that this parkour course would completely change the way that the world works. Soon after this event, the parkour civilization began. Now that I think about it, there's kind of an unexplainable gap between those events and now, but oh well.
Parkour check time. You got 30 seconds.
Another beautiful morning and
I love the way this is written. This is amazing. This is amazing. Actually, there's kind of an unexplainable gap between and then and now, but Psst, pure cinema. Pure cinema. I love this. That's how parkour hell. Yeah, that's how parkour hell started. He was desperate for diamonds and started doing parkour because a guy told him to. And it just snowballed from there. No plot holes here, just holes in your house, because you gotta parkour them.
And I have to parkour for some more raw chicken that will make me starve even more. Alright, I'm here.
1 block for raw chicken, 1 block vertical for beef. What are you choosing today?
Considering my neighbor just died for going for the beef, I'm just gonna go with the chicken again.
Keep in mind, there's a ticket event today. It's gonna be about 200 blocks west.
This was huge news. If there actually was a
Whoa.
ticket event today, I would need to go for the beef. Ticket events are usually far away, and I would starve by the time I got there if I chose the chicken. But luckily, I got the beef.
No way! You made that jump? You might become a parkour pro one day.
Wait, you really think I could rank up to be a parkour pro?
Parkour
Not
pro.
a chance. You're a parkour noob. You guys never rank up.
It's important to know
what
that
an
parkour pros have really
asshole.
big egos, and they like to put down the parkour noobs. This was an important day. This was only the second time I've jumped for the beef, and now I have a chance to earn a ticket. The ticket events are so risky because they're located so far away. If I wasn't paying attention, I could miss just one of these 1-block jumps, and my entire chances of becoming a parkour pro
There it
would
is,
be
the
over.
ticket
but
event.
luckily, I made it to the ticket event. When I got here, there were only 3 parkour noobs in line to do the parkour course. Most noobs don't even show up for the courses anymore because if you miss 1 jump, you end up like this guy. And that's the price you pay if you want a ticket to be a parkour pro. I watched as the second noob fell to the void. Hey man, do you think you could go already?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of nervous I'm gonna fall.
No, you don't need to be nervous. I'm sure you're fine. Oh, shoot. Okay. Never mind then. Before going for it, I wanted to study the parkour course. You see, every week the ticket challenge changes, and it's completely random. And this week's course was extremely difficult. There was a 2-block jump to get to the ticket, and if you get it, a 2-block jump to get out of it. Here's the thing about parkour civilization. Parkour can be used for anything, and that includes bribing parkour pros. Check this out. If I do a parkour jump with the 360, will you replace one of the 2-block jumps with a 1-block jump?
You want to do a 1-block jump with a 360? Fine. There's no way you're gonna make it, but I'll accept.
Let's go, the parkour pro accepted by bribe. And now I have another problem. I have to do a 360? Have I even done this before? Whatever, I'm just gonna go for it. Please make it. No way, I actually did it. Alright, deal's a deal, right?
I'm not gonna lie. That was the coolest thing I've seen a parkour noob do. Well, deal's a deal. Here you go.
Oh,
Let's
hell
go.
yeah!
Now there was only one 2-block jump in the
Hell yeah,
course.
you got an
Still gotta make the first 2-block jump, noob.
Yeah, whatever. Just let me do the course, bro. This was my best chance to finally earn a ticket. If I actually get this ticket, I
He can go. He can try to go to the top.
As a parkour pro, there was no turning back now.
I can't help but feel that the parkour pros, there's like safety.
But somehow I got past it.
And it's normal. It's like a normal Minecraft world.
This was life or death. I closed my eyes and I went for it. I expected to be falling thousands of feet per second into the void.
It's a
but to
piece
my
of
surprise,
kelp. It's
I
the
was
ticket.
standing on the platform with the ticket. And thanks to the deal I made with the Parkour Pro, I only had a 1-block jump to get out of the course. This was life-changing. This was the first time I've ever received a ticket to access the Parkour Temple. And I promised myself that I wasn't going to waste it. I made my way over to the Parkour Temple. I was in a good spot. I had 3 full hunger bars, which is the most hunger a parkour noob can have. This was it. There was no better time, no more perfect time to try making the parkour course to rank up to a parkour pro. I walked up to the hoppers in the ground and I threw in my ticket. After a few seconds, the invisible barrier that guarded the parkour temple was down. And now, of course, I had to make sure I didn't fail the 1-block jump to actually get inside the temple. I made the 1-block jump successfully, and now I was officially inside the temple.
He hasn't died!
This was the moment I've been waiting for my entire life. This was the parkour course that no parkour noob has ever beaten. If you miss any of these jumps, you'll either die from fall damage or fall directly into the void. But I've come too far, and I've practiced too much to have that happen. I wasn't just going to be another parkour noob
that's chocolate pudding. It's not for you.
I was going to be the first one to rank up to become a parkour pro. My journey to becoming a parkour pro starts now.
Hey, wake
Oh
up.
my God.
You want a chance to eat today or what?
Alright,
Wait,
get this over with.
Let's go.
Wait.
Hurry up and...
Wait, I thought they die! Do they not? Oh my God, I thought they die! Do they not die? Is he... So like, there's different levels of parkour. So was that like parkour limbo and now he's in parkour hell? What the fuck? I wasn't expecting that. That was a surprise. That was a surprise. How the hell is he gonna get up to the top now? This is not how your hell works. I don't have we don't have parkour hell in hell. This is like Minecraft hell. Me next. Man, we should invent parkour hell though. Holy shit. We need a parkour hell. Okay. I'll continue.
To the parkour, noob.
Down here in parkour prison, even the cells have 1-block jump. If you miss a single jump, or if a parkour pro catches you not jumping for 30 seconds, you'll be thrown into the lava.
Alright, I gotta ask. Do you want to do a diagonal jump to reduce your prison sentence time?
What?
Most parkour noobs would never take this deal. Diagonal jumps are just not worth the risk. But I wasn't just gonna sit in parkour prison my entire life. If there was any chance I could get out sooner, I was gonna take it.
That was unexpected. Congrats! You've earned 1 day off your prison time. That means you go from 49 years and 320 days to 49 years and 319 days left.
And this is how my life is gonna be for the next 49 years in parkour prison. That is, unless I find a way to get to that portal and make my way back to parkour civilization. Parkour prison is located directly under the bottom layer of parkour civilization. If a parkour noob misses any jump, they fall into the void and end up here. And the only way back to civilization is to spend 50 years here without failing a jump. Before I was sent here, I never knew this place existed. And I was so close to becoming a parkour pro. My entire life, I've been training for one goal, and that's to go to the Temple of Parkour and complete the impossible course to rank up to become a parkour pro. I had everything. I earned the ticket to get inside the temple, and I had enough food to make the journey. But when the time came,
that's chocolate pudding. It's not for you.
And now I'm dead. What the... Where am I?
Welcome to Parkour Prison, or as most noobs call it, their worst nightmare. If you'll just follow me, I'll take you right to your cell.
Parkour Prison? What is this place? I don't get it. How am I still alive?
Hey, and just make sure you don't miss any of these 1-block jumps, because if you fall in the lava, you will die for real this time.
Oh, yeah, not a problem. I've never missed a 1-block jump in my life. What I didn't get is why Parkour Prison existed. Instead of letting the parkour noobs just fall into the void, somehow this massive structure was made under the void to catch us. But why?
Alright, noob, this is your cell. Go on in.
All of the cells in Parkour Prison were separated by a 3-block gap, meaning once I went inside this cell, I would never be able to escape. But that wasn't gonna stop me from trying.
Oh,
Make
but
sure
he
you're
did
doing
the
at least
4-block
one jump in your
jump.
cell
He
every
did the
30 seconds. If
4-block
one of
jump
us
for the
catches you not
diamond,
jumping,
though.
You're not making it out of here.
Just minutes before this, I was about to rank up to be a parkour pro, and now I'm in the most dangerous place in parkour civilization.
Shit.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm the only noob right now in Parkour Prison. My guess is most of them by now fell in the lava. Wait, there's actually someone here. Let's go, I'm not alone down here. Wait, why does this guy look familiar? He's been my neighbor for 5 years.
It's his neighbor?
Why did he try going for the beef? No way, it is my neighbor. Wow, I'm so glad I'm not alone down here. No! Dude, what is wrong with this guy? Alright, he has to be doing it on purpose at this point. The only thing that's better about Parkour Prison is they feed us fish instead of raw chicken.
Hey, noob, let's go. You've been selected for parkour testing. Be down there in 30
Parkour
seconds.
And this
testing.
is one of the not so good parts about prison. The random parkour testing. Bro, wait, you didn't even fill in this gap. Ah, man, now I gotta do another 1-block jump. If you're a prisoner here, the only thing you hope for is that you don't get selected for random parkour testing.
Oh,
Every
no.
few days, the pros will pick a noob at random to test out a new course they've built. This time, the course I was selected for had fence parkour. If I failed to make this
Fence
1-block fence
parkour.
jump, I wouldn't be
Oh,
coming back.
no.
Let's go. We don't have all day.
Oh,
Get on the
no.
course.
Yes, sir. I'm going right now. The worst part about these random courses is that they intentionally use
So
harder
neighbor
blocks
or
for the
not.
jumps. The pros know that the noobs have almost no
Can't
experience
spread.
with fence jumps,
It's one
but they
block.
build them anyways.
Alright, testing complete. Back to your cell in 30 seconds.
By some miracle, I was able to get past this week's random testing course. But what about the next week or the week after that? There's
He's
gonna be
gotta
some day when
escape.
they build
He's
a jump
gotta
that I can't
escape.
do, and I need to get out of here before
Needs
that
to
happens.
leave
Luckily,
parkour
I've been
prison.
thinking of a plan to make my escape. Back in Parkour Civilization, I used parkour to bribe one of the pros, and now I was gonna do it again. Hey, guard!
What do you want, noob?
I got something
Yeah,
to show you. Can you
noob.
come over here?
This better be worth my time, or I'm not feeding you tomorrow. Okay, what?
Oh, nothing really. I just wanted to ask you if I could pay you in 3 diagonal jumps in a row for 5 minutes of free time?
3 in a row?
Yep, 3 in a row. What do you think?
Wow.
You're
Wee.
definitely not making that. But it's not like I care anyways. Sure.
Like always, parkour can be used to get out of any situation. But now, I had one chance to make 3 diagonal jumps in a row, or else I was dead. Come on. 1,
One,
2, 3! No way! I actually did it!
Okay,
He
5
did
minutes of
it!
free time, but you better be back in your cell by the time I get back.
The bribe worked. Now, I had 5 minutes to roam around Parkour Prison to see if I could find a way to escape. I had no clue what was gonna happen to me after I escaped, but I didn't have time to think about that right now. When I jumped around the prison, I noticed someone doing the random testing course. Wait, is that who I think it is? Oh, you don't
Is
need to
it
be
that-
nervous. I'm
the
sure
little
you're
teddy
fine.
bear guy?
Oh, no way, it is the guy who failed the ticket event in front of me. That guy was nice. I hope he clutches up these glass jumps and makes it back to civilization. Oh, something was strange about this testing
Everyone
course.
he
Why were they
witnessed
using glass
dies.
for parkour?
It's his
Glass
fault.
jumps aren't even a thing at the parkour noob level. If noobs have never done glass jumps, why would they use them to test the jumps? I just gotta get out of here.
I bet you're trying to think of a plan to escape, right?
What? Escape? What are you talking about? I would never try to escape.
You're not? I was gonna take you to the portal, but if you don't want to,
This obviously seems like you're trying to set me up.
it's not a setup. No one says you have to stay here. You can leave at any time. Just follow me and I'll take you there.
I'm 99% sure I'm being led into a trap, but it doesn't matter. If he gets me close to the portal, I'll try to improvise. If this guard was leading me into a trap, I couldn't see what it was. He was already getting me so close to the portal. At this point, I was just gonna have to take a chance and hope that he was telling me
Hey,
the truth. I
Holly.
was now 5 blocks away
Can you
from
take
going
the
back
cup
to Parkour
because this
Civilization.
little
You can
creature
leave
keeps
now
trying
if
to eat
you
it?
accept the terms that you can never earn a ticket to rank up to become a parkour pro
There
for the
you
rest
go.
of your
There you
life.
go,
Wait,
Rory.
you're saying if I go back
It's
to
gone.
Parkour
Now what?
Civilization now, I can never be a parkour pro?
That's correct. Or you can wait out the remainder of your 49 years here in prison.
So this was the catch. I could leave parkour prison right now, but in
Whoa.
return, I could never become a parkour pro.
Oh,
or I
shit.
could try to survive here for another 49 years. It wasn't worth it to stay. I needed to get out of here. Okay, I've made my decision. I'm gonna go back.
So you accept. Good luck.
This was it. The work was done. I escaped parkour prison. But at what cost? Leaving now
At
meant
what
that I would be a
cost?
noob for the rest of my life. Well, When I went through the portal, I was brought back into Parkour Civilization. The portal spawned me at the entrance of the Temple of Parkour. This was probably the last time
I would ever step foot in this temple. I had my chance to rank up to become a pro, and I failed. Now, I can never earn a
Is he
ticket
gonna try
ever
and
again.
break
You know,
into
it's
the-
not the worst thing in the world. Now, I can just go back to my ordinary life in Parkour Civilization. You know, now that I think about it, it's not the worst situation in the world. I mean, at least I still have my mansion. Wait, who is this? I still own this house, right?
No, you don't. This house no longer belongs to you. This parkour noob just purchased this new mansion, so you'll have to leave now.
Wait. This guy just bought my house? How can he do that?
Well,
With
you fell and
parkour.
went to parkour prison, so you lost the house. When you were down there, this parkour noob bought it.
Bro, really? Wow, so I really don't own this house anymore.
Ah.
Well, this guy can enjoy...
Okay, it's for sale now.
Let's go so I can move back into my house?
After you buy it again, sure.
Wait, really? Are you serious? I have to buy it again? I went back to the shop to go buy my mansion again, but while I was at Parkour Prison, something bad happened. The prices for houses in my neighborhood went way up. Now, if I wanted to buy my mansion, I would have had to pay for it with a 2-block jump. It was too risky. I was gonna have to find somewhere else to live. Fortunately, I found another shop that was selling wood houses. A bit of a downgrade from the stone house, but it was all I could afford. I could either do a 1-block fence jump for a small house, or a 1.5-block
stair jump for a large house. I figured if I'm gonna be living on the noob level for my entire life, I might as well buy the big house.
Gotta go for
Luckily,
the big
escaping
house.
Parkour Prison gave me the confidence to make the jump easily. Now, I got a mansion in a new neighborhood where, not to my surprise, everyone fell into the void, so it's just me living here. The house is definitely a bit of a downgrade from my previous mansion, but it's still a 2-story house, and it has a painting, which is something you don't really see that often in Parkour Civilization. I just keep wondering what
Singular
my life would have been
painting.
like if I
That's
actually
a
made
little
it to
guy.
the pro civilization. Now, I don't think I'll ever figure out what it looks like up there. I just wish that... Whoa!
It's a
what was that?
secret!
When I went to sit in my
Whoa!
chair, I backed up against the wall, and there was nothing behind me. This painting was covering something. I walked through the painting, and it revealed a secret door. For some reason, this house I bought had some hidden passage. Whoever made this was obviously trying to hide something. But what was it? There was a ladder that led to the bottom floor, and when I got down
It's
there,
a
I found
guy!
a man. Somehow there was already someone
So many
living here.
vine
By their leather
booms.
boots, I could tell it was a parkour noob. This was obviously some mistake. I went to go leave, but then
Wait! Don't leave!
Wait,
the
he's
man
not
spoke to
dead?
me. He said he's been watching me.
I watched you enter the Temple of Parkour. I think you have what it takes to rank up.
I'm sorry, man. I think you're confused. I can never earn a ticket anymore. I'm gonna be a parkour noob forever.
No, there is still a way I can get you a ticket.
Whoa.
Wait. What are you talking about?
When I was younger, I earned myself a ticket, but I never used it. Instead, I hid it far, far away.
The old man said it wasn't his destiny to rank up to be a pro, but it was mine. He brought out a compass and he threw it to me. He told me that if I followed this compass, I'll find the hidden ticket. This was the second chance I was looking for. I had no way of knowing whether the old man was telling the truth or not, but at this point, I had nothing to lose. Maybe
Following
this
the
works, maybe it
compass.
doesn't. All I know is that I wasn't done with Parkour Civilization just yet. Come on, just one jump at a time, and I should be there soon.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, this can't be good.
This is a parkour checkpoint. Why do you want to leave parkour civilization?
If the pro found
Oh
out why I was
my.
really out here, I might go back to parkour prison. I was gonna need an excuse. I, just wanted to practice my 2-block jumps.
Listen, noob. Out there, you'd never survive. Besides, what do you need to practice for? You can never rank up, buddy.
Despite my convincing story, it didn't work. I was in big trouble now. Following this compass is the only possible way I could make it up to the parkour pro civilization. I was gonna have to try something else.
I told you to go home.
What if I paid you with a backwards jump?
A
A
backwards jump?
backwards
Okay,
jump!
Lucy's listening, and now I
Oh
get
my
one chance
god,
at this.
gutsy!
Oh my god, I actually made it. That was crazy.
Wait. No, that was crazy. Move aside and let me try this.
You got it. Just make sure you jump far enough. Oh, shoot.
Yeah!
That was not my plan. I thought he was just gonna let me pass. Alright. Well, I guess that works. Now that I made it past the parkour checkpoint, it was time to go searching for the hidden ticket. That's assuming that the ticket I'm looking for is even real. After the mysterious old man gave me this compass and told me that it would lead to a ticket to rank up to Parkour Pro Civilization, I immediately
Goodbye,
started preparing for the
little
journey. Because
guard
this
guy.
time, I wasn't gonna fail. The biggest problem I had to solve was my food supply. Parkour noobs only get fed once a day, and if this compass was taking me far away, there was no way I would survive on the raw chicken. So for the past week, I've been doing the beef jump every single morning, and for the rest of the day, I tried not to parkour at all so I could save the food. But that's when I almost got caught.
Hold up, what was that sound?
Oh no, I'm starving. This isn't good.
Why are you taking damage? Are you starving?
Starving? No, I'm just
Oh,
in
my
pain
God.
because I
Oh.
love parkour so much and I wish I could do it all the time.
Oh man, sorry to hear that. Yeah, love hurts. Well, I hope you feel better.
By some miracle, the parkour pro bought my excuse. If the pro stayed around for any longer, I might have starved to death. I had to eat the piece of beef that I just jumped for, but it didn't matter. I had already prepared enough. By rationing my food, I was able to save
He's
up
got
4
4
pieces
pieces
for
of
the journey.
beef!
I had no clue whether this would be enough food to survive the trip,
Pug.
but the old man said I had everything I needed, so I guess I was just gonna have to trust him again. Now, it was time to go searching for the ticket. Crossing this line of stone means I'm heading into the parkour outskirts. No noob, including myself,
Oh my
has ever
God.
been out here.
He's
and
rationed.
probably for a
He's
good reason.
rationed. He's
All I
gonna
know is that
do
the
it.
further away you get
Go,
from parkour
go.
civilization, the more dangerous the jumps become. Already, I was starting to see huge chunks of parkour missing. No one knows how the
no.
outskirts came to be like this. Or at least no one down here knows. Unfortunately, the compass kept taking me further and further away from parkour civilization. The old man must have hid the ticket out here knowing that no parkour pro would ever go this deep to retrieve it. I was running out of time. I had already been jumping for hours and now I'm down to 1 piece of raw beef left. And still, I found nothing. That was until I saw something in the distance.
What
I had
is
no way of
that?
knowing, but I had a feeling that this was what I was looking for. In all my time here,
Whoa.
parkour civilization, I have never seen anything like this. This
Pug.
couldn't be a coincidence.
Pug.
Which means I
We're
was gonna have to go
pugging.
parkour to the top. I haven't really prepared for anything like this. Vertical jumps don't exist naturally down here. The only place I've seen vertical jumps is when I jump for food. Luckily, I made it to the top without falling into the void. I didn't see anything at first glance, but when I pulled out my compass, I was in the right place. I didn't get it. The compass was pointing me to the exact block I was standing on. The ticket should be here, unless the old man hid the ticket out of sight and put it underground. If I broke this grass block and a parkour pro catches me, I will for sure be going back to
Oh,
prison for life
no.
this time. But if I'm gonna have any shot at making it up to the
He's gotta
parkour pro
break the
civilization,
grass.
I'm gonna take that chance.
He's
Well,
gotta
here
break
goes nothing.
it.
I broke the block.
It's a
and
chest!
Underground, there was a chest.
It's a
I couldn't
chest!
believe it. I had actually found the ticket. But when I opened the chest, something was wrong. There was no ticket to be found. Just
Barrier.
a barrier. The old man lied to me. There was no ticket to get up to the pro civilization. Why would he send me all the way out here to get a barrier block? This didn't make any sense. The old man knew I would risk my entire life for a ticket, but he set me up. There had to be some explanation for this. Well, if I'm lucky to survive the trip back, I can ask him why he sent me all the way out here just to get a barrier block, which is also illegal to have. By some miracle, I made it back to the parkour checkpoint without falling.
Hey, you. You were the last one to see the pro stationed here. What happened to him?
You
Oh,
fell.
I showed him a backwards jump and then he tried it for himself and then fell.
You? A backwards jump?
Uh-oh.
Are you serious?
Uh-oh, he's gonna want him
yeah.
to do it.
Okay, now I have to try.
Oh.
So you just go backwards?
Okay, and
Oh.
he's gone too. Am I gonna be blamed
Shit!
for this? Fortunately, I made it back to my house and no parkour pro has caught me with the barrier block. Now it's time to ask this old man why in the world
Is he gonna be
sent me
alive
out
or is
there
he
to
gonna be
retrieve
dead?
this.
Is he
All
gonna
right,
be
bro,
dead?
Are you gonna explain to me why
Oh!
What the? When I
What?
got down to the basement, the old man was nowhere to be found. All that was left was a hole in the ground. Did he jump into the void on purpose? I don't understand what's going on. But that's when I paid
What?
attention to the
There's a
item that was
ticket!
left on the ground.
He
I
left
knew
the
what it
ticket.
was
Why is
before
there
I even picked
barrier
it up.
block
It was
and a
a ticket
ticket?
to rank up to become a
Whoa.
parkour pro. The old man had it on him the entire time, but still sent me to retrieve the barrier block? The old man wanted me to find this barrier for a reason. And now, this was the sign that I was ready to rank up to become a parkour pro. It was time to head to the parkour temple. I made my way back to the place that I never thought I'd step foot in again.
He's back.
The place where no
He's
parkour
back.
noob in history has
He's
ever made it out
back.
alive. I went ahead and ate my last piece of beef. Just like last time, I was in such a perfect spot. 3 full bars of hunger is exactly what I need to make it to the top. The barrier guarding the temple was up, so I threw in my ticket and the entrance to the parkour temple was now open. All I had to do now was do something that I totally never do, and that's fail 1 block jumps. Okay, I made the first jump. That's always a good sign. This time around was different. I wasn't gonna let the pressure get to me. I was
Oh,
gonna
the
be
pressure,
the first
the
noob to ever
pressure.
rank up to the pro civilization. Ah, no. Looking at this jump is giving me flashbacks. My journey to becoming a parkour pro starts now. No, this time was different.
It's
I successfully
different!
made the first jump, and for the first time in my
Let's
life, I was
go!
actually on the parkour course. Now, all I had to do was just
Holy
take
shit.
it one jump at a time. The first section was the stone blocks. So far, I've only encountered one block vertical jumps, but they were nothing I couldn't handle. Even though I had been on the course for a good amount of time, I was still ways away from making it to the top. After I passed the stone block section, I moved on to the stone slab section. Slabs aren't too common in the noob level of Parkour Civilization, but luckily, this section wasn't too hard. But it was the next section I was worried about, the stair jumps. This next jump I had to complete was by far the hardest jump I've ever seen. It was a 2-block jump, but I had to go up half a block. But I didn't come all this way to give up. I went for the jump, but I jumped too early. I thought this was it, but by some miracle, a block below me broke my fall, and I only took 2.5 hearts
Oh
of
my
damage.
goodness.
But that was too close to call. If I was even the slightest bit off, I could have been all the way down there in the void. On my second time around, I made
you
the
did
jump.
it.
That
You
stair
did it.
jump
Let's
essentially
go.
marked the end of the stair section, and now I was on the stone
On the fence.
wall. Walls
On
were
the
almost never
fences.
seen at the noob level, but fortunately, I didn't
Or
see
the
anything bigger
walls,
than
the
a one-block
walls.
jump for the rest of the way. All I had to do was sneak and stay on the course, and that's when I got to the point when the jump stopped. I was so high off the ground now, but I knew I was at the end. I climbed up the stairs until I was face to face with the entrance to the Parkour Pro Civilization. This was it. I was about to be the
Oh
first
my
noob
God.
in history to rank up. But then the realization hit me. The last jump to get to the Parkour Pro Civilization was a 3-block jump. It was impossible.
Wait,
This was
but
why
the barrier!
no noob has
But the
ever
barrier
ranked up to
block!
become a pro. The course was impossible to begin with. But then I remembered the barrier. This is what the old man wanted me to use it for. He knew the course was impossible, and he wanted to give me a chance to rank up. I placed down the barrier block, and I made the 2-block jump. I did it. I actually did it. I was the
He
first noob
cheated.
in history to ever complete
He
this course.
cheated.
No one at the bottom level knows what society is like up here, and I was gonna be the first one to figure it out. What was it gonna be like? Was I actually gonna be able to see the sky? Well, I guess we'll find out. I walked up to the stone walls, and the doors opened, revealing a room I've never seen anything
made
like
out of
before. I
clay.
turned the corner, and I saw a parkour pro just standing there. Hi.
What the? Who are you? Where did you come from? I'm the only one working here.
I came from the noob level. I just beat the course and ranked up.
Wow, I was not expecting this. I'm
Oh
not
my
sure
gosh.
what to do here. Just go over there and throw your leather boots in the lava.
All right, time to get my iron boots.
Yes, sir, one ranked up. A noob by the name of Evbo. Yes, sir, I'll keep an eye on him.
And that was it. That was the last time I would ever wear leather boots again for the rest of my life. From the looks of it, I only had one more lava jump to go, but this time there were dispensers. I backed up
And jumped over the lava,
he
and I
got
was
his
equipped with
boots!
iron boots. I was officially a parkour
He's a
pro. After I
parkour
went through, I saw one
pro!
more jump that led to some
But-
barrels.
but is
What
it-
is this for?
It's for food. You only have to pay 1 jump for 2 steak here.
Only a 1-block jump for food? That's amazing. I opened the barrel to
So
see
much
something that I've
steak!
never
And
seen
it's
before.
cooked!
Cooked meat? In all of these. In my entire life living on the noob level, I've never seen a piece of cooked beef. And now, as a parkour pro, I could fully replenish my hunger bar. And that meant I
Yay!
could sprint now. Oh man, this is crazy.
Congratulations on becoming a parkour pro. You can now head up those steps and begin your life in Parkour Pro Civilization.
Those were the exact words I wanted to hear. This
Is
is
it gonna
When
be
I walk up
hell?
these steps, I will be at the top level of parkour
Is it gonna be
civilization.
hell,
When I
though?
walked into the
Is it-
temple,
is
I
it still
immediately
gonna
saw
suck?
massive statues. These statues looked like they were showing the parkour noobs and the parkour pros. They even had their boots on. This place is insane. I've never seen anything like
Parkour-
this. I
what's
mean,
the
look at
gold?
these statues.
What does the
What
gold
the
mean?
Gold boots?
What do the
Who
golds
wears
mean?
gold
Oh,
boots?
no.
This doesn't make any sense. What is this?
Diamond!
Am I not at the top
You're
of
not
parkour
at
civilization?
the top! Oh my
Hey,
god!
parkour delivery.
Let's go. My
I
parkour
knew
delivery
it!
is here. Now that
I
I'm
fucking knew it! I was like, there's no way. He's not gonna see the sun. He's gonna have to, like, go through all these things. Oh my god. He's gotta rank up to diamond. What is that? Like, what is it called? What are they called? Hey Dragon, I'm watching Parkour Civilization. I showed off my new avatar. I have go hooves. I have go hooves now and new horns. Hold on. We'll take a brief break. I have new horns now. And I got new ear fluffies. And I have hooves. There's hooves. But yeah, we're watching some Parkour Civilization. So far, he was talking about how he accidentally started this Parkour Civilization in Minecraft, where he did some jumps for diamonds, and then it was able to rewrite how their world works, and everything is parkour is currency, and you have to parkour, and he's trying to like get to the top level. He thought he made it, but he hasn't yet. There's still more levels. He has to parkour more. He's not done.
I can get parkour delivered to my house.
Hey, did you order parkour construction to this house?
Yes, sir, that's me. I ordered the 6-block tall slime jump to my bedroom.
Sounds good. Where do you want it built?
Let's see. I think this would be a good place for it. You think you can build it right there?
Oh, sure. I can make that happen.
To think just a few days ago I was a parkour noob, and now I'm getting custom parkour jumps installed in my house is crazy.
This look good?
Yep, I think it's perfect. Hey, thanks, man, for parkouring all the way out here.
Sure. You got my payment?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was 4 1-blocks in a row, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Thank you very much.
And my tip?
Your tip?
Really? Don't tell me you thought you weren't gonna tip me.
Oh my god! You gotta do some more parkour! Tip the man!
I hope I make this. Oh, that was close.
Oh, wow. A 360? Yeah, you're good, man. Thanks.
And like most things in Parkour Civilization, the way you tip is with more parkour. Luckily, I survived that payment for the jump installed in my house. If I missed any one of those jumps, I would have fallen back down to the parkour noob level, and my journey to become a pro would have been for nothing. But I won't say it wasn't worth it, because now I can practice slime jumps anytime I want inside of my house. And this is how my new life is as a pro in Parkour Civilization. No parkour noob at the bottom level knows what life is like up here, except I was the only one to rank up and become a part of Parkour Society. To rank up to a Parkour Pro, I had to be the first noob in history to beat an impossible parkour course. When I got to the top, I got my iron boots and I was officially a pro. I thought I had made it. I thought I was at the top of Parkour Civilization, but that's when I realized I truly knew nothing about the world I was living in. My journey to getting to the top of Parkour Civilization wasn't even close to being done. Now, I was about to discover what life was like on the second layer of
Are they all 2 blocks? These are all 2-block spaces!
Is a 2-block jump. When I was a parkour noob, I thought 2-block jumps were extremely hard. But now that I could sprint, I realized they were almost like 1-block jumps. Something about the pro level felt different. Maybe it was the fact that when I was a noob, I would see dirt in the sky, but now there's nothing above me. And that's when I looked back at the parkour temple. There was still a world above me, and now it was way higher up. But there was something else that was different. I was staring down at the house I used to live in. When I was down on the noob level, I would look up and all I would see is dirt. But somehow on the pro level, I could look down. And I could only assume that the same goes for the layer above me. Now that I was adjusted to my surroundings, it was time to go searching for a place to buy a house. That was assuming that life still worked like that up here. When I took a look around, all I saw were the same identical buildings. Maybe this time I wouldn't be getting a mansion. But that's when I found a building that looked different, and it definitely didn't look like a house. When I walked inside the building, sure enough, it was a shop to buy a new house.
Hey, aren't you the noob who ranked up?
That would be me.
Oh yeah, I thought it was you. I'm selling houses today. Choose one you want to buy.
Let's go. It's time to buy my first house as a parkour pro. Let's see what these prices are. I can get one house for a 2-block jump. Oh, that's super cheap. All right, what is this one over here? I can get one house for a 2.5-block jump. Okay, that's a little more expensive. And this last one is one house for a 3-block. Wait, why are these all the same? All of these options are for the same house.
Oops, busted. I was trying to get a little more profit.
Why would anyone fall for that? Since there was only one house to buy, I obviously went with the cheapest option and bought my first house with a 2-block jump.
Congrats on buying your first house as a parkour pro. Let me take you to it.
Let's go. Since all the houses were identical, it was no surprise that I got one that looked like this.
You're all set to move in. Feel free to call the parkour delivery service if you want your jumps changed.
A parkour delivery service? Let's go. Being a parkour pro is awesome. The living room in my house had 2 1-block jumps, and the entire house itself was 3 stories tall. Looks like 3 jumps to get to my bed on the top floor.
Hey, it's your neighbor. Can I come in?
Oh, sure.
Thanks. You're that F-boat guy, right? You're the noob who beat the course and ranked up?
Yeah, that's me. I'm the first one to do it, I guess.
I can't believe you're my neighbor. That's crazy. Well, you probably have questions about life up here, right? Anything you want to know?
Yeah, one actually. What happens when we fall? What is the punishment for missing a jump at the pro level?
You go down a level. If you miss a jump, you'll be a noob, and you'll have to beat the course again.
Okay, so I can never fall, noted. So who are the people above us then? What's above a pro?
It's probably best I just show you. Here, come with
Oh,
me.
he's gonna show
started telling
him
me everything
what's
there was
above
to
the
know about
pros.
parkour civilization. He brought me back to the parkour temple where all the statues were. He explained how parkour civilization starts at the noob level, and at level 2 you become a parkour pro. Then there were the parkour masters. If you were lucky enough to rank up, you get gold boots and you become a master. My neighbor said that parkour masters never come down to the pro level. But if they do
Parkour
ever come down, it's
master.
a parkour pro's nightmare. He said the parkour masters are ruthless. And then he walked over to the largest statue, the one with the diamond boots. He said that this was the parkour champion. He said that most people down here don't even believe that the champion is real, but the stories say there can only be one parkour champion. Whoever that was lives at the top of parkour civilization.
What the
which means
heck?
if I was gonna make it to the top, I would have to become a parkour champion. My first day as a parkour pro was strange. For once, no one was at my door making me parkour for food. But then the question was, how do I get food now? Or what do I even do? I saw that there was another pro going somewhere, so I decided to follow him. Soon after, I saw another pro going in the same direction, which meant they were probably heading to something important. After jumping for a few minutes, I saw what they were heading to. They were all heading to this massive structure in the distance. When I got closer, I saw that there was a bunch of parkour pros lined up for something. Whatever this place was, these parkour pros were willing to do 2-block vertical jumps to get here. Fortunately, I didn't fail any of these jumps and I made it into the line. I must have woken up late to whatever this was because I was the last one to show up. At this point, I didn't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, but that's when I saw what everyone was waiting in line for. There was a dispenser at the end of the structure. The pro in front of me picked up 2 items, but the only thing I saw them holding was a piece of paper. What could be so valuable about that piece of paper that people would wait in line this long for? When it was my turn, I clicked the button, and I got a piece of steak. So this is how the parkour pros get food.
Wait,
then I
farm
received
work
the piece of
15
paper.
minutes.
The paper said farm work equals 15 minutes. And this is when I realized how life was different on the pro level of parkour civilization. Instead of parkouring for food like the noobs do, the pros parkour for work. Just like the guy who sold me my house, the guards in parkour prison, or even the pros that fed me every day. They were all just completing their daily task that they got from this piece of paper. And now for my first daily task, I was assigned to work on the farm. Before this, I had never seen an animal in parkour civilization, but this is the place they were all kept. This place was responsible
Oh my
for
god,
feeding
look at all
of
the
parkour
animals!
pros and all of the parkour noobs. And it should be no surprise that in parkour civilization, even the animals had to do a parkour course. My daily task meant that I had to watch all of the animals that did the parkour course. Oh man, this job is terrible. Now I'm just gonna have to watch a cow fall off and die. Whoa, what the? Oh my god, this cow is cooking. How did he even do that? The parkour pros only eat the meat from the animals that complete the parkour course. They say it enhances your parkour abilities. As for the other animals that don't make the course, well, that's where the meat comes from on the noob level. And some noob's gonna have to eat that. Wow, I cannot say I missed that. Parkour pros do their daily tasks for a reason. Once you've completed the task that you got on your piece of paper, you take it to the training.
I fucking love that. I fucking love that so much. The little cow. Boop, 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 boop. That was so good. I fucking love this so much. It's so good. God, how much do we have left? I don't even know. I fucking love parkour so— oh my god. We're only 38 minutes in and this is 2 hours long. Like an hour and 54 minutes. Oh my god. Can't be caught eating noob cow. Yeah, you can't eat a noob cow. You need the parkour pro cows. Oh man, what do the parkour masters eat then? This is amazing. I fucking love this. This is the best.
This place is basically the only reason parkour pros are incentivized to work. This is because this is the only place in parkour civilization where you can practice parkour without worrying about falling to the lower level. The entrance to the training grounds is blocked by a barrier, and the only way in is to throw in your slip of paper once you've completed the work. The daily task I completed gave me 15 minutes of practice time. That meant for the next 15 minutes, I could practice any parkour jump I could possibly think of. Here, you have the ability to build any parkour jump you want. But with this being my first day as a parkour pro, I didn't even know what I needed to practice. So I just decided to do the jumps that people left here.
It seemed like a lot of the pros were practicing fence jumps, which are jumps I had little to no experience on. But what scared me the most is what I saw over here. Someone was practicing not one, but multiple 3-block vertical jumps. It almost seemed impossible to do even one. But if someone was practicing these jumps, that could only mean one thing: that the way up to become a parkour master would be nearly impossible. If I was gonna have any shot at ranking up to become a master, I was gonna have to spend much more time in here practicing. Another beautiful day, and I don't have to wake up to either raw chicken or raw beef. Even though I've only been here for a few days, I feel like I haven't really enjoyed myself yet. I mean, for once in my life, I don't even have to go outside to parkour for food. I don't even have to grab my piece of steak. I'll still have full hunger for days. And now, instead of being bullied by all the parkour pros like I was down at the noob level, I can just do anything I want and no one's here to punish me.
Hey, you want to come with me to get our daily jobs? I don't want to be late.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do my daily task. I think I'm just gonna chill today, honestly.
What? What do you mean you're gonna chill? You're not gonna get your daily tasks? Are you sure about that?
What? I mean, no one says we have to.
Is he gonna report him?
I don't
Is he gonna report him to the secret police?
I've never seen anyone not do their daily task.
Wow, maybe I'm teaching the parkour pros that they don't have to parkour all the time. But later that day, I realized I made a huge mistake. What in the world is that sound?
Oh no.
Bro, come on, I was just trying to sleep. Who keeps making that horn noise?
Dude, hurry. You gotta get out here now. Follow me and make sure you don't miss a jump.
Whoa, what's going on? Be late for what? Wait, where are you going? I started parkouring in the direction that my neighbor was going, and that's when I saw a bunch of parkour pros lined up, standing completely still. I had no clue what was going on, but I followed my neighbor, and soon I got in line with all of the other parkour pros. No one was saying anything. Hey, can anyone tell me what's going on?
Dude, don't say anything and look straight ahead.
Why? Can't someone just explain what's happening? But that's when it happened. Not too far ahead, someone dropped
It's a
down from the
parkour
sky.
master!
It was a parkour master.
One of you was supposed to design a new course, but someone didn't do their task. Who was it?
Oh, no, I'm done for. Why does this have to be me? I watched as the parkour master interrogated each and every one of the parkour pros, knowing that sooner or later, he was gonna show up where I was.
You. What was your task?
My task? I was selling houses to noobs on the bottom level.
Someone already did that task. Prepare for a parkour battle.
A parkour battle?
The parkour battle starts
Oh my
now.
god.
This is just great. Why does my first parkour battle have to be against a parkour master?
For my first attack, I'm attacking you with a 3-block jump.
Okay,
attacking!
That's
Oh my
doable.
god,
Maybe I can
everything's
survive this round.
parkour.
In parkour civilization, it should be no surprise that people fight each other with more parkour. If someone attacks you with a jump and you don't make it, you pay the price. Oh, this isn't good.
Oh
I'm already
no,
down
he takes
4 hearts.
damage!
I gave you an easy one, but I guess this is going to be over faster than I thought. Get ready for my next attack.
Oh my
The worst
god.
part about parkour
This
battles
is-
is you
this
can't
is
even attack
serious,
your
guys.
opponent until you defend one of their
he's gonna
attacks.
fucking
and by the looks of
die.
this next jump, I probably won't be attacking the parkour master at all.
Your turn. 4 blocks by 3 blocks diagonal jump.
All right, here goes nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, this is so far. How did he do this first try? I was hoping I would get lucky, but luck wasn't on my side.
He's
the
only
second
got 2
attack hit me,
hearts
and I was down to 2 hearts.
Oh shit!
This is too fun for me. One more attack and you'll be gone forever.
The parkour master was right. If I failed to defend one more attack, it's game over for me. All I could hope for now is that the parkour master fails this last jump. That way, I could actually have a chance to attack. No way he makes this first try. Oh god, he made it.
This is it for you, Parkour Pro. A 3-block vertical jump to decide your fate.
This was it.
Oh,
My entire
no.
journey in Parkour Civilization came down to this one jump, and it was a 3-block vertical jump. I thought when I ranked up to become a Parkour Pro, my days of parkouring to survive were over, but I soon realized I knew nothing about Parkour Society. Even as a pro, I wasn't even close
The
to being at the top of
Parkour
Parkour
Society
Civilization.
is-
The Parkour Pros were the workers of society.
it's-
Every day we would get a new daily job
Oh,
to
it's
complete,
too
and I found out the
hard.
hard way what happens if you skip your job, because the one day I didn't get my daily task, a parkour master came down and challenged me to a parkour battle. And now I have to do the hardest jump I've ever done in my life if I want to
Oh,
live.
no, is
This
he
was
gonna
it.
make
All my
it?
work to
Is he
rank
gonna
up to become
die?
a
Is he gonna go
Parkour
back to
Pro was gonna be
prison?
for nothing if I didn't make this jump.
Oh,
But at
God.
least I was gonna die trying. I took a deep breath and I jumped. What?
He
Is
did
this real? I did it. I made a 3-block vertical jump.
You just bought yourself 5 more minutes of time, but we both know your fate. Get ready to attack me.
The parkour master was right. All I did was buy myself a little time. How was I going to be able to do a jump that the parkour master couldn't do? And if I make it too easy, the parkour master will just get another chance to attack me. I got lucky last time, but I don't think I'd survive another attack from the
Bro,
parkour
is he gonna do a
master.
backwards
For my
jump?
first attack, I built a 1-block jump and I did a 360.
Ooh.
Maybe, just maybe, there was a chance this would work.
Wow, a 360? I've never done that before, but if you did it, it can't be that hard.
Let's go. He's never done it before.
Oh, he's
I
never
needed him
done
to
it.
fail this jump.
What? How? Who even does 360s? What is this?
By some miracle, my attack against the parkour master was
Yes!
successful. I think I
He
found
did
his
it!
weakness. He
They're
couldn't do a
bad at
360. This was my
360s and
chance. I just had to
backwards
make sure that I
jumping.
kept making my
They don't
jumps.
know how
For
to
my next attack,
finesse.
I built a 2-block jump. I've never even made this jump before, but my entire life depended on it. I jumped, and I successfully made a 2-block jump with a 360.
This is ridiculous. How are you doing these jumps?
I watched as the parkour master tried to defend against my attack. But once again, the 360 was too difficult for him.
This can't be possible. How are you beating me?
Now, both the parkour master and I were at 2 hearts. The next person to land an attack will win the parkour battle. Alright, you ready for a 3-block jump with a 360?
No, stop. I yield. You win the parkour battle.
What? Are you serious?
Oh.
No, wait. I actually won the parkour
He
battle?
won!
Somehow I beat a parkour master.
Because you beat me, I have something that can help you rank up to become a parkour master.
I could become a parkour master. The master
Pog.
said that the course to becoming
Pog.
a parkour master would be impossible,
Pog.
but he had something that could help me along the way. He
Ooh.
pulled out an item and threw it on the ground. I went to pick it up,
Instead
and I
of-
figured
he
out that
got
it
a
was a
totem of
totem
Undyne.
Undyne.
Hell
He
yeah,
said
let's
somewhere in the
go.
course there is a jump that I won't survive, and I'll know it when I see it. He told me to go attempt the course to rank up and find this jump. He said to find any information about the secret to completing that jump, because if I can figure out how to make the jump, I could rank up to become a parkour
Ooh,
master.
I mean,
this was
the
insane.
last-
Earlier
the
today, I
last
didn't
one
even
he
know
had to
parkour battles
cheat.
existed, and somehow I
last one
won
he
my
had to
first battle,
cheat.
not just against anyone, but a parkour master. And now I actually have a reason to go back to the parkour temple and try to do the course to become a parkour master. I didn't like thinking about the fact that that wasn't the course to rank up. That was just the path to get up to the temple. But I wasn't going to make the journey up the temple just yet. Not only did I need food to get my health back, but I needed to do my daily task. I barely escaped with my life after missing one
Feed
day of work,
noobs,
so I
15
wasn't going to do that again.
minutes.
And today, my
Wait,
task was feed
he wasn't
noobs.
gonna feed
I
the
realized after
noobs
all this
today.
time of being a
Were they
parkour
gonna
pro,
starve?
I've never made my way back down to the noob level yet. I wonder if anything's changed down there since I ranked up. If you're a pro in Parkour Civilization and you fall, you'll lose your rank and become a noob again. But you can still go down to the lower level. There's just a different way. This is the first time I had been back to this part of the Parkour Temple since I ranked up. And now that I was a pro, I had access to a different doorway that I've never seen before.
A ladder.
This new path led to a giant staircase that
Oh.
would take me back down to the noob level. If I missed one of these jumps, I would for sure die, but fortunately, 1-block jumps are too easy for me now that I'm a parkour pro. When
He's a
I got to the bottom, I
parkour
collected
pro.
everything I needed in order for me to complete my daily task. It's crazy to think
Oh,
that I'm
now
still
he's
the
gonna
only
be the
to
one
have ever
asking them,
completed this
telling them
course,
to
but the
get
barrier
chicken or
I used
beef.
still should be there, so maybe someone else will. This is so strange. I once lived in this neighborhood. That was once my mansion, and now as a parkour pro, I can see
He
what
can
it really looks like from
see.
down here. When I lived here, I was the
Oh.
only one that lived in my neighborhood, or at least the only one left. So does anyone live here anymore? Hello? Anyone home? Okay. Okay, I guess not. Maybe someone bought my mansion? I don't know. Hello? Anyone here?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh, no way. Someone actually does live here. All right, time to set up the jumps. Let's see, 1 block jump for raw chicken, and then the 1 block vertical jump for raw beef. Man, I can't believe I'm actually doing this job now. All right, mandatory parkour check.
Oh, great. It's you.
You're a parkour noob now? Weren't you just at my house? Yeah, you delivered my parkour to me. So what happened?
What do you think happened, genius? You just paid me a huge tip, and I was so happy. And then I fell out the front door.
Hey man, well, you know, I ranked up, so you could too. Alright, so now you have to choose your
You
jump.
think I don't know what to do already? Just let me jump for my food in peace.
Hey, I feel like I remember being in a situation that was just like this. You really think I could rank up to be a parkour pro?
Not a chance. You're a parkour noob. And you think you're so good now. Just wait till I rank up.
Oh,
shoot.
he's going to
Man, that
prison!
sucks. Dang, now he has to spend another 50 years in parkour prison. Oh well. After only finding 2 noobs to feed, I went back to the other neighborhood where I found the old man. It just seemed so weird that he disappeared out of nowhere. I wanted to see if there's a chance that he came back. But when I got to the house, a parkour master walked out the front door. Luckily, I wasn't spotted. What was a parkour master doing all the way at the noob
What the
level?
heck?
And why did he come from this house? When I thought the coast was clear, I made my way over. This couldn't be a coincidence. This is the only house I've seen with a secret room, and now a parkour master shows up here? Does the master even know about the secret room? I went to go inside, but something was wrong. There was no secret doorway. It was gone.
Oh no.
I was sure this was the right house. That parkour master must have came here to block up the entrance. I sat there thinking about why the parkour master would do that, but nothing made sense to me. But that didn't matter to me right now. Now that I finished my daily task, it was time to try the course to rank up to become a parkour master and find this impossible jump. I got back up to the pro level, dropped off my daily task paper, and got ready to climb the parkour temple. Now, I had one thing to worry about, and that was making this initial course to get into the temple. I wasn't worried about falling. I was worried about wasting my totem of undying. The parkour master said that I would not survive the impossible jump. So if I got to that jump with no totem of undying, then this entire journey would be for nothing. I scaled my way up the side of the parkour temple until I got to the very top. Most of the jumps were 2-block vertical jumps, but towards the end, I had to make this 3-block jump. Now, I couldn't afford to make any mistakes. That's when I made the last jump, and I was inside the parkour temple. What's crazy is that none of those jumps were a part of the real course to rank up. This was the real course. Already at first glance, I was seeing blocks I've never seen used in parkour before, but I was expecting that. There's a reason why almost no pros even attempt this course, and that's because it's so dangerous. Fence jumps, trapdoor jumps, and ladder jumps. The jumps just kept getting harder and harder the more I looked at it. But I wasn't here to rank up. All I was here to do was find the impossible jump that the parkour master told me about. If I find this jump and study it like he told me to, maybe I have an actual chance of becoming a parkour master. I climbed to the top of the ladder, and now I was really at the start of the course. Any fall from this height would result in death. And of course I have to do fence jumps as the very first section. I held out my totem of undying, and I climbed on the course to begin. Fence jumps were my worst nightmare, but so far I've made 3 in a row. But I soon realized that's all I needed to do, because I think I found the impossible jump.
What is this jump? Is this a 4-block vertical fence jump? There's no way this is the right way, right? But there was nowhere else to go. This was clearly the right path, but this jump it had to be impossible. Well, the master gave me a totem for a reason. I attempted the jump, but got nowhere close to even making it. That was it. That was my one chance to use the totem of undying.
What the heck?
I'm just hoping that was the jump he was talking about. Now, I had to study the jump, and I knew just the way to do that. Fortunately, it was my neighbor who was working as the parkour delivery service today. Hey, I need a jump built in my house. Follow me. I need to show you what it looks like. Alright, so for the jump I need built, it's kind of a little ways away.
Aw, man. Is the parkour jump all the way up there?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll tip you good. Just follow me. I brought my neighbor all the way up into the parkour temple and showed him the jump I wanted him to build. Since the jump was complicated, he placed down a block that copies every block on this jump. And after paying for his services, I now have this impossible parkour jump inside my own house. Now I can study this jump every single day. It turns out the jump was a 3-block vertical jump, but with the fences, it turns into a 4-block. It was actually impossible. So what was I missing here? I couldn't just practice this jump because Parkour Civilization laws
State all jumps inside your home must have a risk of dying. So practicing wasn't gonna be my best option. This doesn't make any sense. I'll think about it tomorrow, I guess. I was gonna leave it, but
the
that's when I
practice
slipped.
zone!
No! For my entire life, I've been parkouring to survive. That's how any of us survive in Parkour Civilization.
What?
If you don't make the jumps, you pay the price. But no matter how many people...
Wait, what? Wait, did he just go back to the lowest level? Or not the lowest, because prison is... Oh my god, why didn't he use the practice time? This guy. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my god. What's gonna happen now? Well, I guess we'll pause.
That never stopped me from believing that I could parkour all the way to the top of society. I was the first noob to ever rank up to become a parkour pro. I beat a parkour master in my first parkour battle, and I even found the impossible jump that the parkour master told me to look for. The worst part is I was so close. I actually thought I could be a champion one day, but one jump can change everything. No! I thought I was dead until I wasn't. What? How am I alive? My journey in Parkour Civilization should have ended. I was supposed to die there, but a barrier block caught my fall. This barrier block had to have been placed by someone, right? Unless it wasn't. The guy who came to deliver parkour used a device that copied every single block from the impossible jump. That had to be it. The barrier was from the impossible jump. This is what the parkour master wanted me to find. It was the way to get past the impossible jump. And now that I know about it, I can actually rank up to become a parkour master.
What the
This means
heck?
I was gonna have to prepare.
known?
I couldn't believe it. Just a few minutes ago, I was about to fall down back to the noob level and become a parkour noob forever. And now I'm preparing to rank up again to become a parkour master. Alright, let's see what my daily task is today.
Parkour course
Okay,
building.
definitely cannot skip that. The last time I tried skipping my daily task, I was assigned parkour course building. And that resulted in a parkour master challenging me to a parkour battle where I barely survived. So I'm not gonna do that again. So far, this was the first time I've done a daily task that was located in parkour prison. And the only way to get there is by jumping in the void. Ever since I escaped this prison, I've never been back. And now I'm working here.
Oh, finally you're here. I thought you were never gonna show up. The parkour masters want another glass course made. And make sure you don't make the jumps too easy. There's only 2 noobs left in parkour prison, so I'll just grab one of them to do the course.
There's only 2 noobs left in parkour prison?
Only
I don't know if that's a
2
good thing or a bad
noobs.
thing. In Parkour Civilization, the parkour pros are responsible for building new parkour courses for the parkour masters. And since the pros would never want to try these courses on their own, the prisoners of parkour prison are used instead. No
it's
way,
that
it's you
guy!
again!
And you think you're so good now.
You
Just
think
wait
it's
till I
all
rank
good,
up.
Shoot. I'm sorry, man, but you gotta be the one to do random parkour testing today.
Why can't you pick the old guy? He's like 100 years old.
Look,
Wait,
man,
the
I don't
old
make the rules.
guy?
You just gotta do the
The
course.
old man!
This is too
The old
easy. I'm
man's
making it
down
out of
here.
here.
No, oh no, he's gone for real this time. Alright, daily task completed, one step closer to becoming a parkour
But the
master.
old
May
man!
you save us all, Evbo.
After a few more days of completing more daily
The
tasks,
old
I was
man.
getting closer to attempting the course to rank up to become a master. I had been planning this out carefully. I wasn't just gonna go into the hardest parkour course of my life unprepared. I had saved 4 of my daily
Oh,
task
okay,
papers
that's-
to take to the parkour
so he's been
training
saving
grounds.
up
As
his-
a parkour pro, each
his
daily task you
thingies.
complete gives you 15 minutes of practice time. Since I saved up, I have now 1 hour to practice as much parkour as I could. This would
Hell
probably
yeah,
be one of
let's
the last times I
go!
could parkour without worrying about dying. Because once I stepped foot into the parkour temple to become a master, there would be no turning back. All of this preparation is relying on the fact that there actually is a secret path to get past the impossible jump. But I've come too far and I've been through too much to give up now. I have to believe there's a way to rank up. I tried practicing every jump that I remembered from the parkour temple. Most of the jumps I saw were either fences, trapdoors, or ladders, and I used my entire time in the training grounds practicing those jumps. By the end of the hour, I felt like I had unlocked parkour abilities I've never had before. I was speedrunning through fence jumps and trapdoor jumps easily.
He did a
3-block jumps weren't even a challenge for me by the end of my training, and that's how I knew that it was time to head to the parkour temple and do the course to become a parkour master.
Yes, sir. He's heading to the parkour temple now. Don't worry,
impossible.
sir. I
It
have
just
something
goes no
planned.
further.
I can promise you
We
he's not
don't know.
making it out
We
alive.
don't know if
This
there's
was it.
anything
It was
below the
time to start the
prison.
journey
They
up the
said that
parkour
you
temple.
die for
The last
real,
time
but
I made
I
this
don't
climb, I
know.
had a totem of undying for a second chance, but this time around, there would be no second chances. This was my last and only run. If I don't make every single one of these jumps in the parkour course, this would be the last view I ever have of parkour civilization. But that's how parkour life is. You either rise or you fall. You can never stay in the same place.
or
And I
you
had decided
fall.
that I was going to be the one to
go.
rise. I got to the top of the ladder, and it was time to start the parkour course. Any fall from this height would be the death of me. But the fence jumps weren't what I was worried about. It was this, the impossible jump. This is when I find out if the secret path is real or not.
Is
I
it
studied where the
real?
barrier block
Is it
was in my house. If I
real?
wanted to land on the barrier, I would have to walk off the fence. If I jumped, I would miss the block. And that's assuming it was even there. But there's only one way to find out. I walked off the ledge, and I was alive. Was here. The secret path was real. Now I knew it was possible. It was possible to become a parkour master. I looked around for where to go
there's
next,
another
and I saw the
one!
outline of a barrier 3 blocks to my left, and I saw the staircase of barriers that would lead up back onto the parkour course. I've never done invisible parkour before, but there's a first time for everything. I made the 3-block jump, and I was on the secret path. I didn't understand. Did someone make the secret path, or was the course designed like this from the beginning? Either way, however the secret path got there, it got me back on the course. And now I was gonna have to make every jump first try. Thankfully, I got past the fence section,
Maybe
but
the
now
old
I was on
man
the
is the next
trapdoors.
champion?
Trapdoors were only a quarter of the size of a regular block, meaning if I missed the jump by even a little, it would be game over. This next jump was a 3-block diagonal jump. I didn't practice this jump, but I made it. I had made it past the trapdoors, but now I was on the regular doors. I had almost no experience with door jumps, but I knew I had to be careful. If I wasn't paying attention and I opened one of the doors the wrong way, I could get knocked off, and there would be no totem of undying to save me this time. The jumps kept getting harder and harder, and each jump I felt like I was barely hanging on the edge. But it didn't matter, as long as I was staying on the course. One by one, I kept making the jumps, and I was getting higher and higher off the ground. The last door jump was a 3.5-block jump. It was far, but it wasn't going to be the jump that stopped me from ranking up. I didn't like thinking about the fact that this course had no room for error. When I ranked up before, at least the course had blocks to potentially break my fall, but here, there was nothing that could save me. Luckily,
and
I made it past the door section, and now I was onto the ladder section. Everything was going smoothly until I found something I've never seen before. Is this jump even possible? This is a 2-block vertical jump. I've never seen this jump before, but I figured it had to be possible. I went for it, and I made it. And that's when I saw one of the hardest jumps I've ever seen.
That and I've ended up watching Parkour Civilization with everyone. But yeah, I have new horns. I have new ear fluff, like, this is fluff in my ears and stuff. It's like all little things, but it's all stuff that I've wanted to change for a long time, that I was nervous about changing, because I was like, oh, this will probably change how I look a lot, like, even though it's small stuff or whatever. Oh, wiggle crown, wiggle crown. Hold on. Eee! Okay. With a little. It looks refined. Whoa. Refined leg. Why am I so because it's so good! Parkour Civilization is pure cinema! Z was telling me I was probably gonna like it a lot. And she was right. I like it a lot. Wiggle crown. The crown still wiggles. Plenty of room to wiggle around still. So it's still good. Oh, do you guys like how it's got the little like hairs wrapped around the horn a little bit? You guys like that? You guys like the little hair? Think it looks good? Think it looks good? perfect. It's like you're bouncing the crown around like a tennis ball. The details! Also, I put on a hairstyle I've been saving because I really liked it and I wanted it. Oh god, excuse me. I wanted it for something special. Yeah. But yeah, and then I have hooves now. The hooviest. They are hooves. Oh wait, hold on. I can take off my socks. Oh, there we go. Da-dun! Da-dun! Hoops! I have hoops and I stompies! Hoop! It's great. Oh, the rock! That one! I don't know why there's rocks. There's like a few of them. There's like one over there and where's one there? Oh, there's another one there. What? Escandalo. Excellent upgrade. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. But yes. New hairs. New floofs in my ears that look better. New horns that look better. Feels good, man. I'm hoping I can do more like dangly stuff off of my horns that I can make. Yeah, the outfit's really cute. The outfit's really cute. Very, very comfy. Very comfy. Hold on, let me turn my socks back on. Comfy socks. What the heck is... No, phone! Why? Hold on. Phone! Phone! Where are you at? Shut up, phone! Shut up! There we go. Okay. Sorry! I apologize. My phone was going off. It was loud and annoying. Hello. So I was laying on the floor. Yoli, congrats on the upgrade. Thank you. Yeah, the outfit's really cute. It's really simple. It's by someone named Duck, D-U-C-C, and their shop is called QVK3D. They have a bunch of really cute outfits. I really like them. I have a couple of their clothes and stuff. They're good. They're good. Sad good. Hold on, let me go back on this body pillow I was laying on. Oh, there we go. I think we were like here. Yeah. Maybe. There we go. Let's watch some more crop tops. Oh, hell yeah, they are. Their next one, their next outfit, I'm thinking of buying as well. But it's not crop top. But I can make it a crop top. I'm like, but I know how to use Blender. I can turn it into a crop top. It'll be great. Hooray! It's not Jello. It's not Jello. Look at it. It's obviously not Jello. It's a metal crown. Look at it. It's even shiny and metallic. Ooh. You know? Yeah? Anything's a crop top if you go. Bellies are great. They're the best. Flare knows. Bellies are the best. Oh. Sorry, you missed it, Flair. At the beginning of stream, I only had my stomach on stream for like, I don't know, 40 minutes. Because I didn't want to reveal everything yet, and my tummy was the only thing that hadn't changed. Thank you for the blessing. The blessing of Tommy. Tommy, 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 Tommy. Tommy, Tommy, Tommy. Tummies are the best. Tummies are the best! Flair's got tummy. You guys can go check out Flair's tummy at Mythic Duo. Also, Flair and Umbri are the most adorable couple in the fucking world. I fucking love them. You should go support them. Umbri as well. I need one of those emotes. It's good, isn't it? You like my tummy emote? I drew that tummy emote. I drew that tummy emote. Or are you talking about the Neil? The Neil emote is also... I need a Neil emote. Oh my god. Oh my god, Flair, you do need a Neil emote. Oh my god, Flair, you need a Neil emote. You need a Neil emote. So you can kneel to the tummy. I have tummy too. The Neil is so good. The Neil is so good. I love who it's by. It's by XX69 69 69 69 69 69 69 69 69 69 XX. Yeah, you could. Oh my god, Flair, you need Umbri tummy and Flair tummy, and then you need a Flair kneel so you can kneel to the tummies. That's what you need. But nah, the tummy emotes are good. I like the tummy emote. My tummy emote's good. It's based on my workout attire. My tummy emote. But yeah, I drew that. I drew that tummy emote. That was me. Teehee. I also have this. Oh, the lick! Oh my god. Yes! That lick is good. Oh my god. They watch me whip. They watch me nay nay nay. They watch me whip. Whip. They watch me nay nay nay. Oh my god. You know what I think about sometimes? I think about Ninja. God damn it! That scared me! That's good emo you done. It is. That's in the poke tummy is the secret one. When people use the tummy poke emote, whenever I'm using my VTuber software, it makes a little hand come and poke my tummy. You know what before I got the bejesus spooked out of me, you know what I was gonna say that I think about sometimes? I think about when Ninja was doing that DJ thing and he started doing the like flossing and he's like, I don't see any movement, and like nobody's flossing in the audience. I think about that a lot. And I think about how funny that is. Everybody floss. I don't see any movement. Oh my god. That's so embarrassing. That's like one of those experiences I'd love to have. Like, just embarrassing myself to that kind of level is like something people could only dream about. And he got to live that. Bro got humbled so fast. I know. It's so great though. It's so funny. It's so great. It lives in my head rent free. Cause I'm a little weirdo, and sometimes I'll just floss randomly, like if I'm just standing around doing nothing, and then every time I floss, I think of that. But Lay, I do that all the time. Not to that level though. Everybody embarrasses themselves, right? Every now and then. We do it. It's gonna happen. But it's fine. It's cool. It's part of this thing called life. But to that level though, to that level where it's like on TV, that's amazing. That's something a lot of us will never achieve, that kind of embarrassment. I wonder what that feels like. I wonder if he thinks about that while he's laying in bed. That's like when celebrities go to other countries where nobody knows them and they're like, what the fuck? Oh my god. What was that? I saw there was these guys that were like, I guess gonna like try out a pizza. The pizza owner dude was like, hey, can you get off our front patio? And then the guys trying out the pizza were like, don't you know who we are? And they're like, oh, they're kicking us out. You get 0 out of 10 stars or something like that. He's like, oh, wait, who is laying in bed? Wait, somebody's laying in bed? Oh, Ninja! I said before I got scared by the thunder, I think every once in a while when I'm doing the floss randomly, when I'm just standing around doing nothing, I think about Ninja. And how he was like, I don't see any movement when he was trying to get people to do the floss, and it was so utterly embarrassing. I wonder about that. I want to know what that sort of embarrassment feels like. It seems fun. It seems very fun. I wonder if that haunts him in his dreams. Or maybe he's the kind of psychopath that, like, it doesn't faze him at all. And he's like, ugh, those Philistines, they should have danced when I told them to dance. Oh, is that Dave dude? Yeah, I don't know. He was like, Barstool Sports, man, Barstool Sports. And the pizza guy was like, like, just, there was like this whole like patio and eating area, and he was just telling them to move it to over there because they were in front of like his front door to the pizza place. And they were like, he's kicking us out. And he was like taking chunks out of the pizza and then wasn't really like chewing them and was like talking and spitting the pizza out all over the floor. He seemed really drunk. That's also embarrassing. But like in one of those ways where you're like kind of disgusted by it. I'm enthralled by the ninja embarrassment. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. But the pizza guy, yeah, not so. Yeah, that guy sucks. I think he probably feels like he put in as much energy as he could. He doesn't seem the type to regret it. I wouldn't regret it. But it was very embarrassing. It was silly seeing nobody in the audience moving at all. And he's like, come on, guys! He tried his best. I can't slight him for that. I'll just make fun of him for his dumb tweets. I don't even know if he makes anymore. Does he make any more dumb tweets? I remember that one about, what the fuck was he talking about? Something about losing or something and winning or getting mad. It was inane and stupid, and I was shocked that an adult wrote that. I mean, all it takes is a little creativity and planning. Come up with some public spectacle terrible enough to go on TV. Not in that way, though, because that was just like a fun thing. And how did they not... I don't know. I feel like if they brought Ninja on, why didn't they have people in the audience who knew who that was and would be, like, hyped for that? I feel like it was poor planning. That seems like poor planning. Come on, guys! I don't see any movement. Okay, I'm gonna continue parkour civilization. He figured out the secret. He figured out the secret jump, okay? He's gonna get to the next level. He's gonna rank up again. I think Ninja going on stage was a spur of the moment thing. That was Times Square New Year's thing in 2020. So it's a lot of regular people, and he's just yapping. He's just there yapping. Yeah, it was so weird. Oh my gosh, that Dima's cute. That's a cute Dima emote. I like that. Then going to some famous and start heckling the— No! Don't heckle people's funerals! Oh no! No! Oh man! I want to be some nobody at New Year's Eve telling people to dance. Life goals. That's my life goals. I want to be a random grandma at New Year's Eve, like a random old lady, going, everyone, do the floss. And then everybody just stares at me like I'm a crazy person. And then my nurses come and take me away. And they say, oh my god, we're so sorry. She promised us she wasn't gonna do this. And then they take me back to the old folks' home and they never release me again. Please heckle my funeral. I don't want to heckle your funeral. Oh my god. If there's one person dancing for you, it's me. Hey! He's like, hey, you guys know Fortnite? Oh my god! Oh my god, who was it? Who was it? It was one of the FaZe dudes. He was like in a random electronics store, and he was like he was hassling this poor retail employee, and he's like, yeah, I'm this person. You know, I won I won the Fortnite thing. And the retail guy's like, oh yeah, you won Fortnite? And he goes, oh, you don't believe me? You want to see the clips? And he's like, I never said I didn't believe you. It was so funny. It was so funny. Holy moly, your voice fills me with nostalgia. Ah. Nah. I feel like I'm more annoying now than I was in the past, though. I feel like I'm more abrasive now than I was. I was so shy in the beginning. Egotistical people getting humbled is my fave thing. I mean, he wasn't really humbled. It was more like that retail guy was just like, why the fuck is this dude talking to me right now? Why, yes, my grandson plays Fortnite. He taught me how to floss. Oh my god. That's a thing, though. All old people should also know, like, kid slang randomly for no reason. Like, grandmas and grandpa age people. Like, super geriatric people. They should all know kid slang and use it all the time. Something about that is just really appealing, and I don't know why. I would definitely have seen you like 7. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while, Patriot. It's been forever. I'm coming up on, well, technically it's 8 years now, because I started streaming VRC on January 13th, so that was in 2018. So that was too long. That was 8 years ago. That was 8 years ago. I am old. I also love the new setup. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I'm just chilling in VR. I want to do more like random like VR hangout kind of stuffs too, cuz I miss Bean doing VR stuff, like a bunch of it. I thought I'd be okay with just being old and using kid slang. That's 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". You started in 2018. So I started streaming VRC in 2018, but I started streaming in 2012. Like, cause I used to stream stuff for my guild. because I was in a hardcore waiting guild, so we would stream stuff, and then also I would stream Path of Exile. Path of Exile was the first thing I like popped off on. I got 300 followers. I used to have like 30 viewers, and that was back in like what, 2015 or something like that. It was nuts, dude. It was nuts. And then I would like stream off and on, and then I started streaming VR chat, because at first I wasn't, because I thought it would be too weird to stream, because I would watch other people do it, but I thought it would be weird. But then people kept asking for my point of view, so I said, well, okay, I'll give it a go. And it was back when Twitch used to have the little they used to have a thing where you could put like a message. And so my message, I was like, hey, I'm gonna like start up stream at this time and blah blah blah, because I was very intermittent. But I remember the date because that message was the last message I put for a while, so it was just always there. And I remember the date was January 13th. Well done, young lady, you won the Poggies game. It's like back in 2006 when my YouTube hit 1,000 subs, I felt huge! I mean, 2006? That was huge! That was some big dick shit. That was some big dick shit. Womp 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 womp. Not so much anymore. Everybody's online now. Everybody's online now. The good old days. How am I? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, I used to hang out. I hung out with the RP stuffs, the fun RP stuffs, the silliness and all that. I don't do that as much anymore, because in 2020 I ended up having to get surgery. And because I was so uncomfortable, like standing and moving around, I started using VR less and less and less. And I started doing more like gaming streams and stuff I could do while sitting down while I recovered. And it took me like a year to recover. And at that point, I just kind of, I guess, just sort of separated from all of that. Because, I mean, when you're gone for a year, yeah. Lots of fond memories. Lots of fond memories. Like coming in bread. that was the night I met Max. That was one of those rare occasions where I would like randomly hop in every now and then, because I was like, let me try to get back into it. And I think it was one of those things where it was like, I don't know as many people as I used to. I know like 5 people here. I feel like a dinosaur. Turns out I followed you in January 2018. I've been sub since July of 2018. Been here a while. Holy crap. Sentences you hear nowhere. What do you mean? What do you mean? Sentences you hear nowhere else. Come on. There's other places where people talk about creamy bread. Yeah, the cream cheese. Do I want to know the bread thing? So, Mute Max was having to sell, he was selling bread and had to sell bread to Sari, who needed it to be extra creamy. And so he made it extra creamy. Also, that was the day I took his soul. I mean, it's fine. It's right. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. I like how we've taken this moment to pause parkour civilization to talk about creamy bread. That was my first day in the lobby. Lost it day 1. Yeah! You didn't last very long because I tried that shtick with everyone. And you were like, sure! And I was like, yay! I love the yes and. Let's go! Usually when I would walk up to people, they'd be all like, oh, are you sure? What? But I used to have people, I used to make some people a little squeamish because I think they would think there's like something about it was real in some way. But you know, it's fun. So it's exactly what it sounds like. Yeah, I mean, what else would it be? Yes, and get help. There's no help here. There's no help here. Oh man, I used to do this a lot too. I used to go, whenever they would like accuse me of doing something heinous, like way back in the day, and I used to go, all the little cute, like, peace signs. What do you mean? I was spying on them. I need to do that more. Didn't even keep my secret. What do you mean? What secret? That wasn't this. There was no stipulation to keep secrets, okay? Listen, I'm a demon of my word. That was the agreement. I don't think it was. I feel like I would have remembered that. I feel like I would have remembered that. I believe the agreement is I get your soul and that's it. You know, I guess banana nut bread really bread does need both banana and nut after all. Oh my god, Jenkins, so true and real. You have to have the banana and the nut in the bread. Oh my god, you should have sold banana nut bread, Max. I am a demon of many words. They're loud and screechy words as well. Woo! We could have nutted on all that banana bread, and it would have been great. Ah, good times, good times. I have to allow this. Are you telling me a banana nutted this bread? Yes. Wait, we need to go back to parkour civilization. I got distracted. You're certainly hard to ignore. Oh yeah, there's no ignoring me. You kidding me? I mean, people can try. I'm loud and annoying. Good luck. Oh no, my foot's in the way. Okay. Hold on.
Oh no, this could be the end of me.
Oh,
come on, please
no,
hang
you
on.
can do it.
That
You
was
did
too close.
it!
I was inches away from slipping off the ladder, but by
He's
some
almost to the
miracle, I
top.
was still on the course. Now, I was parkouring on fully grown trees. I didn't even know trees still existed in parkour civilization.
But I didn't have time to focus on that right now.
There's
I was
the
looking at
slime
the last
jump!
jumps, and I realized I was almost at the top. I was actually gonna do it. All right, where do I jump to now? What is going on? What is... Wait, no! I was too late to realize. I opened my eyes and I was still on the tree with 2 hearts left. What happened? Was that a part of the course?
That is impressive. I thought the TNT would do the trick, but you just want to stay alive.
What the? Who are you? What are you doing here? I'm so confused. What is going on?
Oh, please don't tell me you thought you were gonna rank up. You were a noob. You don't belong up there. You could never be a parkour master. You belong at the bottom level. You were a noob. You were born to be one, and you'll always
Oh
be
my
one.
God.
And now I gotta finish the job. Prepare for a parkour battle.
Oh god, a parkour battle is not what I need right now. I
Oh
only
no,
have
a
2
parkour
hearts left. That
battle!
means if I fail to defend any parkour attack, that will be the end of me. And to think I actually had a chance of ranking up.
Say goodbye to parkour civilization. The battle starts now. I attack you with a 2-block diagonal vertical jump.
Whoever this was severely underestimated me. I've beaten a master in a parkour battle, and I sure wasn't gonna get out to a jump like that.
There's no point in fighting back. Your fate is inevitable.
I didn't listen to the parkour pro. I knew that as long as I could parkour, I was still in
he's
it.
gonna do
Now,
the
I couldn't
backwards
afford
jump!
to play it safe. I
He's
needed
gonna
an
do the
attack that would finish
backwards
him
jump!
once and for all. And that
Oh my
meant
God,
doing a
oh my
jump
God,
I've
oh
never
my
done
God.
before. Come on, please make it. I did it.
No. What was that? What was that jump?
Well, that would be a 2-block downwards backwards jump. Wait,
Backwards
sorry, I
jump.
messed up. It's actually a 2-block
Backwards
downwards
jump.
backwards diagonal jump.
Backwards
This was it.
jump.
The pro lined up at the edge of the block and jumped backwards.
Come on, please. No!
I did it! I won
Oh,
the
shit, he
parkour
fucking
battle, but
died,
against
dude.
who? That was just a parkour pro. Why was another pro trying to attack me? And why did they not want me to rank up? What was all that stuff he was saying about how I was born to be at the bottom? There was too much to think about, but I had to set that aside.
You gotta get
because
out.
now
You
I
gotta
still
get
had to
out. You
worry
gotta
about
rank up,
surviving
bro.
the
You gotta
parkour
rank up.
course. And not even just
You
the
can worry
parkour
about it
jumps.
later.
Who knows if there are more traps waiting for me ahead? I
The
took a look
slime
at the
jump.
rest of the
The
course. I
slime
could see the
jump.
final stretch of jumps.
The
and all I
slime
had to do
jump.
now
Let's
was
go.
a slime
He
block
put it
jump.
in his
Let's
house.
go. All the days I was using my custom slime block jump to get to my bed were just practice for this moment. I jumped and I made it. Now I was standing on one of the final jumps of the course, and I
Whoa.
could see the doorway up ahead.
There's
and
the
now we're
door.
the 3-block vertical jumps. But I've been practicing for this moment. I used my momentum to do all 5 jumps in a row. In less
Ooh,
than
chain
10
jumps,
I
chain
would be
jumps.
a parkour master. Now I was at a tricky part. I've never even seen chain jumps before, but compared to surviving a surprise attack and parkour battle, it was
Hell
nothing to me
yeah,
anymore.
let's
I made the final chain
go.
jump, and I was 1 jump away from becoming a parkour master. This was it. This was what
Wait.
everything was leading up to. The
Oh.
old man that helped me, the parkour master that gave me the totem, they all wanted me to make it to this point, and I wasn't gonna let them down. I jumped, and I made it. I did it. I actually did it. I turned around and looked at how high I was off the ground. I
Wow.
had beaten the course that no pro even attempts to do. And now I'm about to rank up. Once I step through these doors, I
He's
will
a
no longer be a
parkour
parkour
master.
pro. I will be a parkour master. The door
Oh,
opens,
it's
revealing an entirely
marble.
different room. All
Look
of the
at
walls
it.
were made
Or
up
nether
of
quartz.
What was society
It's
even gonna
quartz.
look like up here? I couldn't
Ooh.
describe it, but everything was so perfect compared to the layers down below. I looked over and I saw a lava parkour jump with dispensers in the middle. Oh, I know what this is. This would hopefully be the last time I ever have to wear pro boots again. I took off my boots and threw them in the lava. And now I just gotta make sure I don't fail this jump. I jumped through the dispensers and I was equipped
He's
with
a
golden
parkour
boots. I was now
master!
officially a parkour master. The last time I ranked up to become a pro, there were people working in the parkour temple, but now I don't see anyone here. I realized how different society was between the noob and pro levels, so how much different could this society be? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. I
Ooh.
walked up the stairs and I started to see the inside of the parkour temple. Alright, I
Well, is
think
it
I'm
gonna
ready
have more
to see what society's
statues?
like up here. I walked up the stairs
Oh,
into
yeah,
the
look,
parkour
more
master society.
statues.
Oh my... Becoming a master of parkour
Oh!
civilization wasn't easy. I had to risk my
the
life
tension,
finding a way
the
past an
tension!
impossible jump. I had to complete parkour jumps that I've never even done before. I even had to survive a surprise attack while trying to rank up. But no matter what challenge I faced, nothing stopped me from ranking up to become a parkour master. Now I get to be the first parkour pro to
What's
see
he
what
seeing?
society
What's he
is
gonna
like
see?
up
What's he
here.
gonna see?
Oh my. This is what parkour civilization looks like as a
Whoa.
master. Up here, only the best of
What?
the best can survive all of the jumps. One missed jump and I would rank down back to a parkour pro, and all of my work to get up here would have been for nothing. And now it looks like I'm gonna be fighting for my life every jump. As a parkour noob, I only had to do 1-block jumps. When I became a pro, those 1-block jumps turned into 2-block jumps. And now as a parkour master, everywhere I look is a 3-block jump. Except
Whoa.
now up here, there are parkour highways. It seemed like taking the highway was a little easier since the glass jumps were about 2.5 blocks. I was expecting life to be different up here, but I did not think it would look like this. I mean, were these even houses? These were more like skyscrapers. Wait, could I actually buy a skyscraper as a master? I looked up and way up high, I saw a parkour master easily making the jumps. And just when I thought he was gonna die from fall damage, he just caught himself with a water bucket and moved on. I've never heard of water bucket parkour being
Ooh,
a thing,
water
but that's when I
bucket
remembered
parkour.
the parkour master that I battled came down
he
the same
jumped
way.
down and
So
used the water
parkour masters can
bucket.
use water to never take fall damage.
Master,
Alright, well, looks like I
parkour
gotta go find myself a water
masters.
bucket. I made my way over to what looked like to be some sort of parkour staircase, and this definitely didn't look like an easy staircase to climb.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh no, my first day as a parkour master and I'm already in trouble? I turned around but didn't see anybody until a parkour master dropped down out of nowhere.
It seems like you're new here. You should probably get off the staircase if you don't have your water bucket yet.
Okay, I'm not gonna
Oh,
fight
he
back on
needs
this
a
one.
water
Not trying to make
bucket.
enemies on my first day. The master explained that I shouldn't be going up high without a water bucket because one missed jump and I'll die from fall damage. And he said masters never die from fall damage. Okay, so how do I get a water bucket then?
Do you even have a house yet?
No.
Alright, buddy, you should probably get a house first, like that one over there. You need something on the ground level, something where you don't have to go up high for.
Are you serious? These are actually houses? Okay, so how do I get a house? The master showed me the building where I could buy my parkour skyscraper.
It's an IKEA.
You're new here, I'll help you out a little bit. I'm kind of rich, so just take this
Ooh,
and
he's
hopefully
rich.
that will help you buy your first house.
You're rich? Wait, what does that mean? It was already clear
what does
I
that
knew
mean
nothing
in a
about what life was
civilization
like
that
up here.
only-
The parkour
that
master
only-
dropped me 5 oak blocks. Why would he drop me these? Wait, how much is a skyscraper gonna cost? I made my way over to the shop where I was gonna buy my first house as a parkour
Wait, do they not
master. I
use
walked inside
parkour
and
for
the
money
store looked
here?
nothing like all of the other shops I've bought houses from. Instead, there was just one giant hole in the middle. Okay, don't tell me I have to do this jump to buy a skyscraper. Is this even possible?
Okay, clearly you have no idea how this works. You have to build your jump, buddy.
Let's go. I could build my own jump to pay for my house.
Oh.
Now I understand why the parkour master gave me these blocks. Alright, what am I gonna build? Wait, how do I even know this is gonna be enough to buy the house? Can't you just tell me how much the house costs?
No, that's your job. Just warning you, if you don't pay enough, I'm not gonna sell you a house.
Okay, I have to guess the
Oh.
price. That's just great. Let's just hope this 3-block diagonal jump works. Nice. Alright, did I get the house?
Bro, you're kidding, right? You're trying to buy a skyscraper. Why would you think that would work? If I had a dirt house to sell, I wouldn't even give it to you for that.
Okay, that's not good. Now I just wasted 3 of the blocks I had. How am I possibly gonna make a jump hard enough to buy a skyscraper with 1 block? Okay, let's see. This is a 3-block jump and then into a 2-block jump. Oh god, I have an idea and I don't like it. But if I'm gonna buy a parkour skyscraper, I think this is my only choice. This is such a bad
Fortune
idea. Why am I
favors the
doing this? Whatever,
bold.
I'm just gonna go for it. 1, 2. Oh, I cannot believe I just made that.
I've never even seen a 360, but you just paid me with 2 in a row. This is incredible. Let me show you to your parkour skyscraper.
Let's
one thing I know about life in parkour civilization is that a
360s. He's the
360 can solve
360
everything.
master.
All right, here's your new house.
I have to be the
I
first
like
person
how
in history to have bought
all
a
of them
house
have been
on the
like
noob
so
level, the
astounded
pro
by the
level, and
360s
master
and the
level.
backwards
I cannot wait
jumping.
to check this out. Wait, how do I even get up here?
Oh, yeah, usually when people buy this house, they water bucket from all the way up there to get inside.
I have to jump from all the way up there just to get up 1 block?
No, since you paid me a lot, I'll help you out.
The guy told me I could use this block instead of water bucketing, but he said as a parkour master, if you're caught using this, everyone will make fun of you. That means I'm gonna have to get a water bucket before I become a social outcast up here. Alright, time to check out the biggest house I've ever bought in parkour civilization.
Ooh.
The downside about being a parkour master is every jump in my life is now so much harder. The houses up here had so many more spaces to fall through. I even had to jump if I wanted to go on the couch. But that's what it means to be a master in parkour civilization. Parkour masters are never supposed to fall, no matter how hard the jump is. So, I guess I have to do all these glass jumps every time I want to get to the top floor of my house. When I climbed up the ladder, I was in my very own garden. I didn't even know nature like this still existed in parkour civilization, but now I have it in my
Parkour
house. This entire
civilization,
level of
nature.
civilization was still so crazy to me. I
Ooh.
couldn't even believe half of the things I was seeing. Never in my life would I have thought I would have to swim up a waterfall to get to the top floor of my house. I was so amazed by everything around me that I didn't even pay attention to the fact that I was at 2 hearts. If I missed one of these jumps and took fall damage, it might be the end of me. But I'm a master now, so I never miss jump. No! I missed one parkour jump and I
Oh,
took 1 heart of damage, leaving
He's
me with
only got
1
1
heart left. I
heart!
was so focused on buying a house that I didn't even realize I had no food or no regeneration. I was still suffering the consequences from the ambush at the parkour
jerk.
temple. Now that I
That
had time
jerk.
to process the situation, there was no way that person acted alone. Someone didn't want me to rank up, and whoever that is still out there. I didn't know. Maybe it was another parkour master, or maybe it was someone else. All I knew
The
is that I was gonna have to
champion.
figure out
The
something quick if I wanted to
champion.
survive. If I missed one more jump, my entire journey would be for nothing. So if I was gonna have any chance at surviving, I was gonna need to find a place to get food. I went down the parkour highway until I saw a massive building in the distance. I was just hoping that this was a place to get food because I had 4 hunger bars left and I don't even want to think about what might happen if I lose the ability to sprint. I
Ooh.
walked into the building and so far I didn't see anything that resembled food. All I saw were dispensers and hoppers on the wall. All of the dispensers had different types of parkour items listed above them. Maybe this was a place I could go and get more blocks to build more jumps. Or maybe not. Why don't these machines even work? I'm not getting anything.
Hey, buddy, you're not seriously trying to rob the parkour bank, are you?
The
bank?
I
parkour
already knew
bank!
parkour was how people paid each other in Parkour Civilization, but this was different. Someone walked up with a piece of paper and put it into the dispenser. In exchange, they got wood blocks for it. I realized the paper the guy put into the dispenser was something I was already familiar with. It must have been a daily task paper, which means not even being a parkour master can get me out of work. On the other side of the bank, I saw a staircase that was definitely too hard to do with one heart left.
Hey man, I don't mean to assume anything, but the top floor is for people with money. You can come back when you're rich, though.
How does every parkour master know that this is my first day here? Alright, well I found the
just
bank, but
know.
that didn't help
They
me at
just
all.
know.
The situation was getting worse as I kept going on. I was now down to 3.5 hunger bars. If I didn't get food within a few minutes, I would lose my sprint, and every 3-block jump that I've been doing would be impossible. Okay, I really hope this place sells food.
Yeah, this is the place for food. You just gotta build your jump.
Oh, this is it. I'm done for. I have no blocks left. I have no way of paying for anything in Parkour Civilization. I'm gonna be the first parkour master in history to starve. How embarrassing is that? Wait a minute. Unless parkour can be used for anything, and that includes bribing parkour pros. Could I bribe a parkour master for food? Would that work? I mean, maybe it could. What the? Where did that person just come from? Oh my god, she probably fell from all the way up there. Well, oh well.
Free blocks for me. Let's go. I'm saved. In my
Oh, no,
entire
they're
time in Parkour
ice.
Civilization, I've never even seen ice jumps. But now wasn't the time to be scared of jumps. I needed the food.
Whoa.
All right, what does 2 3-block ice jumps get me?
Dude, you seriously paid that much?
Wait, what do you mean paid that much? Did I pay a lot? Ice jumps were apparently worth a lot in Parkour
Whoa,
Civilization because I got
64
64 golden carrots.
Please come back, bro. Anytime.
Let's go. I'm not going to be the first parkour master in history to starve. Now I actually have a chance to start living life as a parkour master. I don't even know what to do now. Do I go to work? Or do I get a water bucket? Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting a water bucket.
Gotta
I took
get
the
the
parkour
water
highway
bucket.
until I found a different building. Hopefully, this will be the place where I could get a water bucket. Because
Howdy,
it didn't
howdy,
really seem like I was a
Yoshi.
parkour master until I got one. I walked into the building and I saw a
Hello.
giant glass staircase with a small platform on top. And on the floor, it looked like there was some sort of target.
You're here for a water bucket?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Is this the place I get one?
You don't just get one, you pay for one with your life. Climb up to the top of the staircase and grab a water bucket. If you make it, you keep it.
Of course, I have to risk my life yet again. Getting a water bucket was the only thing different in Parkour Civilization. Usually,
Oh, I
pay
think you
for
have to
everything
jump
with
back
parkour,
down
but not
with
this
it,
time.
too.
It didn't matter though.
So
The
you
fear of
also
death
have to
never stopped
survive
me
the
before.
fall.
Yes, sir. Somehow he ranked up. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Maybe he dies from the water bucket, but if he doesn't, we'll be there to stop him.
I somehow made it to the top
Oh,
of the
no!
glass
They're
staircase.
scheming
I can confidently
against
say that stairs
him!
are the worst thing about being a parkour
Oh my
master.
god, they're
But right
scheming
now,
against
stairs were the least
him!
of my worries. I opened the chest to see a bunch
This
of water
is-
buckets.
this
the
is
only way I'm
intense.
going to be able to keep one of these is if I go for the water bucket jump and make it successfully. If I make it, I'll have the ability to unlock an entirely new level of parkour. And if I don't, well, my entire journey's been for nothing. But that's the way life is in Parkour Civilization. You jump to survive, and I happen to be pretty good at it.
Oh.
Why did I do this to myself? I should have never ranked up. Life as a parkour noob was so much easier. I gotta say, life as a parkour master is awesome. I mean, this is what it's like being at the top of Parkour Civilization.
No way. Did I seriously just catch another master doing a 1-block jump to get to his house?
No, I don't even know how this got here. Okay, now I have to start going to my house the real way, and that means taking a trip on the parkour staircase. Here in Parkour Civilization, masters should never be seen doing 1-block jumps. If you're caught, you will basically become a laughingstock in Parkour City. I tried keeping the 1-block jump to my house for as long as possible because I was avoiding getting to my house the real way. And that's because the real way to my house sucks. If I miss even one of these water bucket jumps, it would be game over for me. But everyone up here knows that the best parkour masters never take fall damage. And I was gonna be one of the best. Please don't let me die. Oh, thank you. All
he
that
did
just to
it!
get to my house. But this is the price I paid to become a parkour master. I defied death too many times to count to rank up. And now, as a master in Parkour Civilization, the only way to survive is by doing the hardest possible jumps. These were jumps I could only dream of when I was a parkour noob. But now that I earned my water bucket, I have the ability to become the greatest master in Parkour Civilization. My first days on this level were confusing, but now I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it. As a parkour pro, I was required to do a daily task every single day, but now as a master, I can choose to do a task whenever I want. Instead of being paid in practice time, the masters get paid with blocks. As a master, if you want to pay for things, you have to build your own jumps. That means the more blocks you have, the more powerful you are as a master. And right now, I can't make many parkour jumps, so that's why I gotta work. Parkour delivery here.
Come in.
Alright, let's hope I can do this job well. Hey there, you wanted some parkour built, right?
Yeah, that's right. I ordered my new chain couch. You can put it right over there.
I can't say I've heard of a chain couch before, but I guess there's a first time for everything. Alright, I think I built this right. Is this what you wanted?
Oh yeah, this is a real couch. Maybe if you're as rich as me one day, you can afford one of these.
Sure. Well, I hope you enjoy your new— Oh, shoot! No! Bro! Am I seriously not gonna get a tip? Dude, that guy said he was rich too. I could have gotten some ice blocks or something. The truth about being a parkour master is that people don't always get along. Not only do you have to survive every single jump, but you have to be ready to defend yourself with parkour.
Whoa, buddy. What do you think you're doing? Everyone knows I'm the guy who sells houses. Go and take a different job.
Wait, what do you mean? My job today is to sell houses. You can't just skip one day? Come on, man. I need the money.
That's it. Parkour battle. You and me right now.
And by
Parkour
defend yourself, I mean
battle!
being prepared for a random parkour battle at any point. For my first move, I attacked with a 3-block diagonal jump into a 3-block vertical diagonal jump. I thought it was a strong attack, but the parkour master clearly had no problem with it. Now it
You
was his
gotta
turn to
whip
attack,
out
and
the
I was in serious
360s,
trouble.
bro.
The parkour master built a 3-block chain jump.
Let's see you try to defend against this attack, buddy.
Wait, I don't even have chains to build with. I can't do this jump.
Then you have officially lost the parkour battle, and the selling house job is mine again.
And there it was. That was my first time losing a parkour battle. But that's just a part of the learning process for being a parkour master.
He
but even
needs
though I've learned
blocks.
so much, there's one thing that I've yet to figure out, and that's how to get to the top of the parkour temple. If I make it up there, I could potentially be the parkour champion, but I didn't see a way up. Back when I was a parkour pro, I could see the path on the side of the wall to rank up, but now there's
Well,
nothing
maybe it's
here.
invisible.
That's because you can't see it. It's said that only the parkour champion knows the way up.
Standing behind me was the master that I beat in my
Yeah,
first
that
parkour
guy,
battle.
he
was
helped
the
him
one who
out,
gave me the
though. He
totem
seems
of
like a
undying and helped me
homie.
find the way past the impossible jump. Without his help, I would have never become a parkour
Yeah, he's a
master, and I wouldn't
homie.
even be alive right now.
I knew giving you that totem of undying was a good choice. Now that you ranked up, you have the chance to save all of parkour civilization by
homie!
becoming the champion.
Save parkour civilization? Wait, what are you talking about? Why do I need to be the one to become the parkour champion?
Longhorns.
You don't understand. We are at war. We thought all hope was lost before you ranked up.
Oh my god, that
You
cat
don't
is
understand.
meowing
People
so
aren't
much.
supposed to rank up, but you did it anyways. You need to come with me now.
What is going on? There's a parkour war, and somehow
A
I'm supposed to be the
parkour war?
champion? Oh, what am I getting myself into? I should have never ranked up. I was happy in my mansion. The master brought me into the parkour temple, and I followed him until he showed me a secret room. When I walked inside, I saw a small-scale version of a map of the entire parkour civilization. The master said he had a mission for me. He told me to travel as far north as I could and find the highest parkour highway there is. He told me there's a building there that's extremely difficult to get into, but if I could get into it, I could get the truth about parkour civilization. He told me to go at night, and if I succeed, I might be able to save everyone. It was time. I woke up in the middle of the night. This was a stealth mission. If everything went according to plan, I would get in and get out and no one would see me. And obviously that's assuming the parkour master isn't leading me into a trap, but for whatever it's worth, I trust him. If he was trying to
he's a
stop me from
homie, he's a
ranking up, he wouldn't have
homie.
given me the totem of undying. That means I can only assume if he wanted me dead, I would have been dead already. But at this point, I wasn't doing it for the parkour master. I was doing it for me. If there was any chance I could figure out the truth about parkour civilization, I was gonna take it. All I know is someone tried to stop me from ranking up, and this place might give me answers. I traveled north like the master told me to, and all the way at the top, I saw the parkour highway I needed to get to. There was no turning back now. Going up this might be a one-way trip, but if what I was doing actually could save parkour civilization, then someone's gotta be the one to do it, so why not me? Now that I was at the top of the staircase, getting to the parkour highway was a different story. I didn't even know if this jump was possible. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. I backed up to get momentum, and I jumped. No! I thought it was too short, but I made it. Okay, that was way too close. That better be the last time I do something like that. Given that this place I was trying to find wasn't supposed to be found, that probably wouldn't be the case. I kept going on the parkour highway until I saw a building. This one looked different than all of the other buildings in Parkour City, and I had a feeling that it wasn't going to be easy to get to. But that's why the master sent me, the guy who's never failed a jump before. Yeah, let's pretend that's true. The entrance to the building looked like it was guarded by a difficult parkour course. As long as there were no people around, I was just fine with doing parkour. But if people were to show up and challenge me to a parkour battle, well, it's been a good run. This next jump was a 4-block jump. I don't think I've ever done a 4-block jump straight up before, but the master said that this mission would be difficult, and if there's someone to do it, it was gonna be me. I got momentum, and I made the 4-block jump. 4-block jump down, and now, oh my god, what is this? I stood on a path of ice blocks, and at the end, there was a jump way too far to even comprehend.
No, you gotta use the
ice! No, 6-block jump.
You gotta use the ice.
I tried
It'll
looking
shoot
around
you
for
off.
barrier blocks. Maybe there was a secret path to this as well, but I found nothing. Somehow, I was gonna have to make this jump, and I think I had an idea of how I might be able to do it. Okay, well, I get one chance at this. Oh man, if only I was rich enough to buy ice blocks to practice. Oh, I do not want to do that again. There must be a parkour god looking out for me. Okay, back to the secret mission.
Cat is
now, I
meowing
was just
so
hoping I didn't
much.
walk into an ambush. I walked inside and I saw a giant hole in the floor with some parkour jumps up top. I was thankful that I didn't
she's
see anyone
mad
waiting for me.
'cause
And what I wasn't thankful for
I didn't
was this glass
snuggle
pane
her for
staircase.
long enough when I
Man,
woke
why do
up.
they have to make
I had to
staircases
do
so
chores
complicated
today.
in Parkour Civilization?
I had to go
This was
get a new
supposed to be
car
a stealth mission,
battery.
but the staircase is making it really hard for that to be possible. After too long, I made it up the staircase into the top floor. I looked around but didn't see anyone. All I saw was some weird pedestal in the middle and some giant screen. What is this thing? This looks so... What the... Look, I told you it was possible.
No way. That was actually incredible. All right, well, I got my money's worth.
Let's go, I got paid for parkour.
If you want, I can keep making more parkour for you to do, and I'll pay you for it.
Whoa, what just happened? How did I see that vision?
Wait, that was a
my
vision?
memory, isn't it? That's Siwat. I've lived that before. What is going on? I walked over to the screen and opened the book on the desk.
Whoa.
It said, enter user. Well, I was here for information, wasn't I? Might as well see what this does. I put my name into the book and put it back on the desk. And text
Noob.
appeared on the screen.
Noob.
Right? Noob. Wait, how? I'm a master, though. But before I could think any further, someone appeared right behind me. Before they saw me, I ran and hid behind the bush.
Hide.
Oh no, this is not good. This is not good.
Oh man, going into work late today, I guess. Or early, maybe. I don't know.
So far, the person didn't see me, but that's when someone else came into the room. It was Siwat. I know him, don't I? He's from my memory. I saw him walk up to the desk and start putting something in the book. And the player that was on the pedestal started moving. I watched as this player with no boots walked up to a parkour jump and failed the 1-block jump.
And we got another noob. Good. We needed more of those.
What is going on here?
You can come out from behind that bush, you know.
Oh no, this is not good.
What
Okay,
is
time to improvise.
happening?
I mean, bro, the bush is see-through. You really thought that was gonna work?
Okay, can you just tell me what's going on? Why did I see you when I stepped on that pedestal? We know each other. That's our memory.
Nope. That's just what every new person sees. It's a fake memory to make you think that parkour is how you succeed in life. I mean, why else would people parkour if it wasn't for money or social status?
So it was all just a
It's
lie?
all
I don't get it. What is this
lie!
for? These 3 jumps. That new player just fell through on the first one. What happened to him? Siwa explained that these 3 jumps decide whether a new player becomes a noob, a pro, or a master. These 3 jumps right when you join Parkour Civilization decide your entire fate? How is that fair?
It's not about fair, it's about order. If you can't parkour, you deserve to be at the bottom.
This is
Oh my god! It's all a lie! The civilization is a lie! Oh, Jesus! They have false This is pure cinema. Oh my god, this is so good. Holy shit. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. They come preloaded with the idea that they're the ones who cause. Oh my god, it's so good. Pure cinema. This is amazing. Pure cinema. It's so good. Hold on. I need to feed Buttons because she is super duper meow meow meow. Sounds like she's been enjoying Parkour Civ. I wonder if she'll get around to watching the second one. Maybe not tonight. I'll save that. I'll save that for another night. I've tried, but it never works. You're not trying hard enough, Abe. You're not trying hard enough, Abe. I would if I could. But I probably won't do it tonight, but I do want to see the second one. This one is great so far. Oh my god, false memories. It's a false society run by a despot. Is there a champion? Is there a champion? I don't know. I don't know. This will smack me for this. No. Oh my god. Y'all cute. I like when stories play with memories, amnesia, etc. This is so good. Is this on VR chat? It is! It is on VR chat. I'm using VR chat right now. I am. I'm just watching Parkour Civilization right now. But yeah, I'm using VR chat because it's what I'm most familiar with in terms of like VR stuff. Oh yeah, you just started? Poggies. Poggy wogs. Oh wait, I have a thing. Hold on. I have stuff. I have stuff. I hope I can get VR this year. We'll see what happens. Good luck! Good luck! I hope you're able to get it. I do. Not us stink, it's you stink, dummies. I also got... Hold on. I have something else. Hold on. I have... 1 second. I also have... Where do I... Items. I also got... this. I got this! Yay! I can make it snow. Oh my gosh. I can make it snow! Like was very sweet and bought me a VRC Plus membership, so I got fun toys. Yeah, I want that new Steam frame too. Whoa! What the heck? Uh-oh. No. Was it trying to... That was weird. That was odd. Well, whatever. Anyway. Let's go back to watching Parkour Civilization here. Just took a little break. Now we're back. Back. Let's lay back down. Hold on. I'm going to contort my body really quick. Body? There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, I got my front row seat back. Let's go. Okay.
So messed up. How is this happening? I can't let this keep going on. I have to find a way to stop this. Okay, if I can attack him with a parkour jump, he has no choice but to battle me. I have to do an attack that he'll never be able to do. It's time to go for the 720.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I looked over and see what already had an attack built. It was with candles.
Yep, candle jump. One attack from this and it does 10 hearts, and that's good night for you.
I was finished. I couldn't attack. I couldn't do anything. I was defenseless. So what happens now?
Despite my best efforts to get rid of you, I couldn't do it, so someone else will.
Siwat placed down a parkour jump made out of brewing stands.
What?
I've never even heard of parkour with brewing stands before.
Interesting thing about brewing stand jumps, they aren't just difficult, but they can deal any potion effect you want.
This was it. I had no brewing stands to
What?
defend myself. I took the hit and slowly started fading away.
Oh
Have
no!
fun with the champion in the arena.
Oh no!
No pressure at all, just 1 minute before I fight the parkour champion. Alright, I'm gonna take 32 blocks. I really just hope there's a chance that the greatest player in parkour civilization doesn't know how to do a 360. I was now getting ready to fight the parkour champion in the arena. The worst part is that I was only allowed to bring in 64 blocks to fight with. I had no clue what the parkour champion was gonna attack me with, so I decided to take some of every block. This was life or death. If by some
Oh my
miracle I could defend the
gosh.
parkour champion's attacks, I would have to use these
Oh my
blocks to build the hardest
candles!
parkour jumps I've ever done. I wanted to believe that I could win, but deep down I knew that this could very well be the end of my journey.
Before you step into the arena, drop all of your blocks. I need to count if you are bringing 64.
These are the blocks I'm bringing. It should add up to 64.
You're good. You may now fight the parkour champion.
This was it.
Oh my
One way or
gosh.
another, this would be my final battle
Oh
in
my
parkour
gosh.
civilization. The door opened and I stepped in to the parkour arena. It was time to fight. If I somehow beat the parkour champion, maybe I have a way to save everyone in parkour civilization. But if
God
I
damn it,
lose,
Pool.
which let's be honest
God
here, is
damn it,
very much
Pool.
possible, well, let's just say I should have died a long time ago. I thought the parkour civilization I was living in was fair and a place where everyone could parkour to rank up in society. But I was wrong.
It's
I
not
discovered the
fair at
truth
all.
that your entire
It's
fate
false.
is decided by 3 jumps.
It's
and there are people at
false.
the top of parkour civilization that will stop at nothing to keep this order. Unfortunately, I couldn't discover the truth without paying the price. And now there's nothing I can do.
Have fun with the champion in the arena.
And now it's time to fight the champion. Wait, what? You're not the champion? Who are you? You're a pro. What are you doing here? I thought I was fighting the champion.
Oh, yeah, you have to fight me first. Please just go easy on me, though. It's my first time here.
Okay, I guess I'm not fighting the champion first. I have to fight a parkour pro? This is really weird. I've never even fought a pro. What jumps can they even do? I forgot. For my first attack, I attacked with a 3-block vertical jump. I didn't want to do anything too crazy on my first attack because if I missed and let him get the chance to attack, I run the risk of taking damage. But fortunately, it seemed like this fight was going to be easier than I thought until something happened. The blocks that I used for my attack all disappeared.
Oh,
In the parkour
no.
arena, if you place blocks, you will never get them back. And now I realized why I was fighting a parkour pro. It was genius, actually. If I wasted all of my blocks before getting to the champion, I would have no fighting chance. Hey, quick question. The people who put you here, what did they say you were here for?
Oh, yeah, they said I would be warming up the crowd, you know, for, like, the fight.
Warming up the crowd. You know there's literally no one watching, right?
Yeah, I know. Please just get this over with.
Oh god, I'm a terrible person. Man, this is the weirdest parkour battle ever.
just
For my second
convince them to
attack, I
jump
built a
off.
4-block jump. And of course, it was successful once again. But at this point, I wasn't worried about winning. I was worried about the blocks I was losing for every attack. There was no way I could afford to use more than 2 blocks for an attack. At least not in this fight. For the final attack, I did a backwards jump.
Did you just go backwards?
This is not going to be pretty. Oh, shoot! Oh, that was not how I thought it was going to turn out. It was a little unfortunate that I essentially wasted 2 blocks on that jump since he didn't even try it, but at least I survived the first parkour battle without taking any damage. So now
Oh my
what happens?
gosh.
Do I fight the champion? I stood there on the platform not knowing what to do until I
Oh,
saw
it's
someone
a-
jumping towards me. Alright, this is it. This is the battle for life or death. let's get this over with. So, you must be the champion, right?
Me? The champion? You're joking, right? Look at my boots. I'm a master. Do these look diamond to you?
Okay, well, I don't know. I thought I was fighting the champion, so when does that happen?
You still have 2 more people to go through if you want to see the champion, but you're not making it past me. Let's go. Start the battle.
This is not good. I have to win 2 more parkour battles if I want to even see the champion? It was clear that the odds were stacked against me, but that wasn't going to stop me from trying. Now, I was fighting against a master. This means I couldn't hold back with my attacks. I was gonna have to attack with harder jumps. I decided this was a good time to use one of my stairs. For my first attack, I did a 4-block diagonal stair jump, but I was in trouble. Even for myself, I knew the attack was too easy.
That's what you're attacking me with?
I was getting ready for the master to easily defend my attack, but by some miracle, he failed it.
What?
The master didn't know, but I realized he built the jump wrong. He tried doing a harder jump than my attack. I got lucky with that first attack, but that wasn't gonna happen again. I needed to do harder jumps. I used 2 more of my stairs to build another 4-block diagonal jump. If I make this, I would only need 1 more attack to win the battle. But I missed. I came so close, but I didn't land on the stair.
Wasted another 2 stairs, I see. Even if you do beat me, you'll have no blocks to fight the champion with.
The master was right. I was running out of blocks quickly.
Oh, no.
I only had 1 stair left, and I wasn't even done with my second battle.
Oh,
I watched
he's
as
making
the master built his
ice.
first attack. I was gonna have to defend myself against a 4-block ice jump.
Go on, use some of your ice blocks. I'm sure you don't have that many of them.
He was right. I only had 4 ice blocks with me. Even the best case scenario where I defend this attack, I'll only have 2 ice blocks left. I went for the jump, and I almost slid off, but I stayed on. Oh, that was too close. Okay. It was now my turn to attack, but this battle was taking too long. I knew what the master was doing. He was trying to make me waste all of my blocks, but there was no way I could let that happen, which means I could only do one thing. I needed to build an attack that would end this battle right now, and I knew just the way to do it. In a parkour battle, the harder the attack is, the more damage it does, and I was about to attack with one of the hardest parkour combos I've ever done. Alright, 4-block jump into a 2-block. Let's do this. I attacked with a 4-block jump into a 360, and I made it. Oh, let's go. I actually made it. That was the craziest
is he gonna make it? Is he gonna make it?
All right, buddy. Your turn. 4-block jump into a 2-block 360.
This is impossible.
I watched as the parkour master attempted the combo and failed. And the damage was enough to win the parkour battle. It worked. That parkour combo that I did may have just saved my life, at least for now. If that master was telling the truth,
who's next
I still have
then?
to
If
win
it's a
one more
master,
battle
is it
if I
another
wanna fight the
master?
champion. There was nothing else I could do. I tried looking around for a way to escape, but there was nowhere I could go. The only way out of this arena is to continue fighting. From across the arena, the path opened up and my third opponent jumped towards me.
F-Bo, you've come so far, but this is as far as you go. I'm afraid you won't make it past me to fight the champion. Let's begin.
Okay, let's do this. It's just another master. I just beat one before, and I can do it again. If I could finish this battle with a couple parkour combos, I might have enough blocks to fight the champion. For my first attack, I decided to build 2 4-block jumps. I thought this combo would be hard, but I had no clue who I was facing. The master made the jumps easily, and my attack was unsuccessful. Now, I was in huge trouble. Unlike all the other people I faced in parkour battles, this master was not afraid to attack with his own parkour combos. And unfortunately for me, his was much harder than mine. The second jump in the combo was a jump that I didn't think would be possible. It was too far, but I had to try. My life depended on this. I went to defend the attack, but I overjumped it. The attack dealt 5 hearts of damage.
Oh,
this is not good.
no.
This is really not good. I managed to gain back 2 hearts, but my hunger was lost. This was it. No more second chances. No more regenerating health. I had to make these jumps. The parkour master attacked with an even harder combo, this time using 2 chains and an ice block. But by some miracle, I made it. Oh man, how did I just do that? This master was too good. No matter what jump I thought of, I knew he could make it. That's why I was gonna have to do something that's never been done in the history of parkour battles. And I was gonna have to do this first try. Finish it off with the 3-block candle jump, and we are done. Let's go. I'm probably gonna die. Let's do this. Flower pot jump to chain, chain to backwards jump to 360 fence jump, diagonal chain jump to the candle. I did it. I just made the hardest parkour combo in the world.
F-Bo, the champion tasked me with making sure you don't rank up, but I now realize that's not possible. Your parkour is beyond me. You have my respects. Good luck against the champion.
Before I could say anything, the master gave up and just jumped off. I won the 3rd battle, which means now I only have to battle the champion. And the champion
he
is the
doesn't
one that
have a
tried
ton
to
of
stop me
blocks
from
left.
ranking up this entire time?
Oh
all of this parkour just to die by the champion.
This was it. Standing in front of me was the champion of parkour.
The fucking like whoa. the where he looked up. That was kind of amazing. That was kind of amazing. Oh. Oh. That was great. That was great. Parkour. So hoping the frame comes out before the RAM is more expensive than the. Oh yeah, no. The fucking. That's kind of I don't know. Maybe the world will rebel if nobody can own a computer though.
You put up a good fight, I'll give you that. But this ends here.
I watched as the parkour champion built his first attack, and it was a 5-block jump.
You beat me in this battle, you become the parkour champion. And you could be the one that makes the rules. But this is my parkour civilization, and I never lose.
The parkour champion made the 5-block jump. It's not possible. It's just not. I can't do it. This was it. This was the end. There was no second chance, no backup I could call
Wait, is he
for,
cheating?
nothing to get me out of this. I lost, and I won't be the one to save parkour civilization.
He died!
I
Oh
opened
my
my
god!
eyes and I was in a place that I knew all too well. I was down at the bottom. I was in the parkour temple at the noob level of parkour civilization. I opened my inventory and I had leather boots on. After the battle with the champion, I am now a noob again. I let everyone down. I was supposed to be the one to save parkour civilization, and I couldn't do it. And now the champion gets what he wants. No one can ever rank up ever again. No one's free. People risked their lives because they trusted me to help them, and I failed. And it was all for nothing. Now I'm just at the bottom again. I don't even have sprint. I can't even do more than a 2-block jump.
It's over, right? The old man gave me the last ticket to rank up. And even if I did, what's the point? The only way I could save people is by becoming the champion. And he's impossible to beat. Well, it's out of my hands now. There's nothing to do. I mean, maybe I just go back to parkour prison. At least there I could get fed some better food. Rather have fish than raw chicken.
Down at the bottom again, are we?
What?
Maybe I was wrong about you.
You were wrong about me? Wait, who are you?
Who's that?
Something tells me you already know the
He's
answer.
a little cheese.
The strange man turned around and he was wearing netherite boots? Oh, I do not want to do that again. There must be a parkour god looking out for me. You're the parkour god? But you were just a myth.
He's a parkour god!
All of your doing?
The parkour civilization I created was never intended to divide people, but the new champion had different plans.
And you wanted me to stop the champion, and I couldn't. I'm sorry you put your trust in me. I thought I was good enough. I thought I could do it.
You seem like all hope is lost.
I mean, I can't do anything. I'm back at the noob level. I can't get a ticket anymore. I can't even sprint. What good is a 1-block jump gonna do against the parkour champion?
As long as you can parkour, there is always a way.
What?
Parkour god dropped
He
a pair of
just
boots on the
gave
ground
him
and jumped
diamond
away.
shoes?
What is going on? I jumped over and grabbed the boots that the parkour god left. These were no ordinary boots. These were diamond. Only the parkour champion wears these. And now I have them. I threw away my leather boots and I put on the champion boots. Immediately, my hunger bar returned to full and I could see above into the upper layers. Oh my god, this is crazy. What is going on? What is going on? I don't know where the parkour god got these boots from or why he would trust me with them, but it didn't matter.
He's
This
got
was
jump
my second
powers
chance.
from
I don't
the
know how I'm
boots.
gonna get back up to the top, but I'm gonna find a way. Everyone's life depends on this.
Let's
And that's
go.
why I'm gonna be the one to save parkour civilization. Parkour civilization was in danger. I thought people could
Deus
parkour
Ex
their way up to
Machina,
a better life, but I
literally.
realized it was all just a lie. The truth is that the parkour champion
God
controls
came.
everyone and everything. I thought I could be the one to put an end to it and save everyone, but I failed. Luckily for me, second chances come around quite often, and I still have one more shot at saving parkour
Oh my
civilization.
god.
The only way I can put an end to all this is if I beat the parkour champion, and that means I have to get back up to the arena somehow. And that was gonna be harder than I thought. I had diamond boots on, meaning the barriers to the parkour temple shouldn't be here, but they were, and I had no way up. That means somehow I was gonna have to get a ticket. Oh, this is not good. I can't even earn a ticket myself, meaning the only way I'm gonna get one is if some other noob has has one. But even if I got lucky and a noob hasn't used their ticket already, I couldn't find anyone. I was beginning to think that there were no noobs left and they were all in prison until I finally found one still standing. I asked the noob if there was any chance he had a ticket or even knew someone with a ticket so I could get into the temple. But he said that pros don't come down here anymore and do ticket challenges. It's now impossible for parkour noobs to rank up at all.
No.
This has to be the champion's doing. If pros don't come down here at all, the noobs have no way of getting food. That means if I don't get up in time and beat the champion, everyone down here will die. There has to be a way I can get past these barriers. I mean, the parkour god wouldn't have given me champion
going to
boots
fall
for nothing,
apart.
right? And that's when I remembered I had champion boots on.
You can break
These
blocks.
boots were meant for the person that rules parkour civilization. And that's when I thought back to what the champion said.
If you beat me in this battle, you become the parkour champion. And you could be the one that makes the rules.
If the parkour champion makes the rules, they had to be the one to place the barriers, right? Which means if someone placed them, someone can get rid of them. It was a shot in the dark, but I thought I'd at least try. Oh, this is pointless. This is not gonna work. Wait, what? It broke. I couldn't believe it, but there it was. I was staring at a hole in the barriers. This is insane. I can break barriers now? Ah, thank you, parkour god. Let's go. I got rid of more of the barriers until there was a space big enough to jump through. All right, let me make sure I'm not hitting my head on any of these. And now it's time to go save everyone. I did it. I was now inside the parkour temple, and I was one step closer to getting back up to the top. Now that I was in the temple, it was time to start actually coming up with a plan.
Is he gonna miss the one block jump again?
I was gonna have to find a way to somehow get back into the arena and fight the champion. And even if I do manage to do that, I still have to worry about beating him, which is a whole nother story. My rough draft of a plan involved grabbing blocks, and I thought I could get some here, but the chests were empty. Those chests were usually filled with blocks for the pros to do their daily tasks, but someone got rid of all of them. My idea of getting blocks was already off to a bad start, but I had a backup plan for where I could go to get more. I made it back up to the second layer of parkour civilization, but now was no time to celebrate. I still had such a long way to go to get up to the third layer, and time was running out. I made my way over to the place where I could get all the blocks I needed. The parkour training grounds should have thousands of blocks I could use.
Fuck
the last time I was in
barrier.
here, I was training to rank up to become a master, but something was off. The course I built to practice to rank up was still here. This doesn't make sense. Have all of the pros just been practicing this course I built? But that's when my situation just got a whole lot worse. No, come on, they can't be empty. Why are they empty? All of these chests should have been filled with blocks to build parkour jumps, but they were all empty. Okay, this is not good. This is really not good. Something strange was going on, and I needed to find some answers. I took a trip back to where I used to live when I was a parkour pro. If there was anyone I could trust to talk to, it would be my neighbor, and that was assuming he was still alive. I found the house where my neighbor used to live, and thankfully, parkour civilization hadn't claimed him just yet.
Egbo, you're alive, and you're the parkour champion?
Well, I'm not really the champion. I mean, I guess technically I am. I don't know. It's a long story. I asked my neighbor what was going on, and he said everything has changed. He said that parkour pros aren't allowed to go down to the noob level anymore, and some masters came down and took every block, and they can't even practice anymore. This was it. This was truly the end of parkour civilization. First, it was the noobs in danger. Now the pros are, and soon it might even be the masters. One by one, the parkour champion is taking away the free will of everyone. And if I don't end this now, there will be no one left to oppose him. Alright, no pressure. The fate of the world is in my hands, and now I have to speedrun one of the hardest parkour courses there is. Unlike getting up to the pro level, there was no easy way up to the master level. If you wanted to get back, you had to do the course. Even though I've made this course before, this was different. Time was running out, meaning I couldn't waste any taking this parkour course slow. And I can't afford to miss a single jump, because if I do, well, then I guess the parkour god trusted the wrong person. Luckily, I made the course, and I was now at the master level. And now I was at one part of my master plan, which, well, has not been going to plan at all. If I don't get these gold boots, okay, thank you. Finally, something goes according to my plan. I didn't know if I would still get master boots if I had champion boots on, but luckily, I got an extra pair. Now that I was on the master level, I had to blend in. Any one of these masters could be working for the champion, and if they saw me with champion boots on,
he's
well,
gotta
that's
be
attention that I
incognito.
definitely do not want right now. At least with the gold boots on, the people working for the champion might not recognize me. Now was the next part of my plan. If I have any shot at all of getting getting back into the arena, I was gonna need the parkour master that saved my life. But when I went into the secret room in the parkour temple, he was nowhere to be found. Of course, I knew it was too good to be true to have two things in my plan go smoothly. Now, I gotta improvise. Now, I had to figure out where the parkour master lived, and I had no way of knowing which house he had. The only thing I could do is sit and wait for him to show up. But if I stayed down here, I run the risk of the masters on the champion's side finding me. I needed somewhere that would at least buy me a little more time, and the only place I thought of was to wait at the very top of the parkour staircase. At least here, I won't be seen that easily, but if I had to get down fast, I had no water bucket to save me. I realized I was standing so close to the barrier between the master and the champion levels, and now I have champion boots, meaning if I put these on, will I be able to see what life is like at the champion level? But before I could put them on, I saw the parkour master I was looking for. Now this is the part I was not looking forward to. The only way I can follow the parkour master is by taking fall damage, and I'm just hoping that the drop to his house isn't too far, and of course it's a 50 block drop. I'm never surviving that. Oh man, I have an idea, and I don't like it. Yep, this is officially the worst idea I've ever had. Okay, no more thinking, let's just do this. I got momentum, and I jumped. I thought it was too short, but I made it. Oh, that was so crazy. I know the parkour god does not like me for that one. Even though I barely survived, I found the parkour master without being caught. And now, it was time to carry out my plan to save parkour civilization. I told the master everything that happened, and I showed him that I had champion boots. I told him that if I was gonna beat the champion, I would need his help.
I can't believe you survived and you met the parkour god. We can actually save everyone. Just tell me what I need to do and I'll do it.
I had the master give me some blocks, and I told him to wait here for the next part of my plan. If everything goes right, I should have everything I need to get back into the arena and defeat the parkour champion. But that's assuming everything goes right, and so far, it hasn't worked out that way. I jumped over to the parkour bank. To get back into the arena, I was gonna need more difficult blocks to build parkour with, and I think I know how to get some.
Hey man, I don't mean to assume anything, but the top floor is for people with money. You can come back when you're rich though.
Upstairs must be the place where the bank keeps their harder blocks.
Sir, you're not allowed to go up there.
Sorry man, got a bank to okay, never mind. I was expecting to see places where I could buy flower pots and candles, but instead, there was just a massive box with a door.
Sir, this is a private vault for one of our most valuable customers. You have to leave immediately.
A private vault? I guess that might work.
You're not getting into this vault. No amount of money could make me open this door.
No amount of money? Man, this guy clearly has never heard of one of my bribes before.
Just stop. It's not even worth it. What?
What do you say you open the door now? I take it you don't see a backwards 360 too often.
Okay, well I have to let you in now.
Let's go, I still got it.
Please just don't take anything.
Yeah, I'm definitely not listening to that. I started looking around the vault for anything I could use, but most of the chests were empty until I finally stumbled upon a water bucket. Okay, I need blocks, but I guess I'll take this. I don't get it. Whoever owns this vault is supposedly rich, and the only thing I found is a water bucket. And 16 blocks, never mind. I thought this vault was a dead end until it wasn't. In the last barrel, I found 16 brewing stands. Now, my plan could actually work. It was time to go defeat the parkour champion.
Sir, I just wanted to let you know someone got into your vault.
You're the only one who has access to it, so explain to me how that happened.
I mean, I'm sorry, sir, but he bribed me with a backwards 360. I had to.
A backwards 360? There's no one that can do a... No, how is this possible?
You know, someone told me something interesting about brewing stand jumps. They're not just difficult, but they can deal any potion effect you want. That's why I wish you the best of luck in this parkour battle, because if you don't make this jump, you're getting the slowness effect. I watched as Siwat tried to defend my attack, but he failed. Alright, now it's time for some answers. I need you to tell me how to beat the parkour champion.
You're crazy if you think I'm telling you that.
Yep, I thought you might say that. Let's see, 3 block. Oh, that's plenty. Alright, one more chance to tell me, unless you want to defend another one of my attacks.
I think I can handle a 3 block.
Alright, man, if you think you can make this jump with slowness, be my guest. I'm just gonna let you know now that it's not possible, so in a couple jumps, you'll lose everything.
Okay, wait, don't. I'll tell you. Please, I like my life here.
Well, that was easy.
I can't believe I'm telling you this. The champion uses barrier blocks to parkour. He's the only one that has any left.
He built his parkour jumps with barriers.
Barrier blocks. He was cheating.
Was impossible. He just used a barrier. Okay, wait. So if he uses barriers for his attacks, how do I defend against that?
Dude, if the parkour champion finds out about this, I'm gonna lose everything.
I don't care. Just tell me.
Fine. There's a secret rule in parkour battles that says if you build a harder jump than an opponent's attack, your opponent will have to do that jump instead.
That's how I beat him. I can just attack with a harder jump. Even if he does use barriers
for his attacks, I just have to build better ones. Oh man, this is crazy. Alright, let's do this. You need to send me back to the arena like you did before, and this time, I'm only fighting the champion.
Okay, so if you let me attack you, what's stopping me from just getting rid of you once and for all?
Yeah, I thought you might say that. That's why I got one of the best parkour masters I know to watch you at all times. And if he finds out I don't make it into the arena, let's just say you won't see the attack coming before it hits you.
Oh man, how do you even do these jumps? I really hope that boss plan works. There's no way I can make one of these.
Just as I thought, Siwat had no choice but to listen to me. Now, all that I was hoping for is that I would wake up in the arena. I knew Siwat couldn't be trusted, but I had no choice. This was the only way I could get back into the arena, and luckily, it worked. Now, I could battle the parkour champion, and this time, it was gonna be different. I got all of the blocks I need to the arena. Now,
oh my
it was
God.
time to see if Siwat was gonna uphold his end of the deal, but he did. Standing in front of me was the champion of parkour civilization. Alright, let's go save everyone.
I should have known the old man would give his boost to you.
What? The old man?
Doesn't matter. You can try as many times as you want, but your fate remains the same.
The parkour god didn't just give me random champion boots, he gave me the old man's.
He was the old parkour champion. Okay, this is a lot to think about right now. I just gotta worry about defending this attack. Well, Siwat got me this far. Now it's time to see if he was really telling the truth. The champion's attack was technically only a 4-block jump with a barrier, so the parkour combo I was about to do should be harder. I countered with a 3-block 360 to a 3-block fence jump.
What?
The parkour champion looked confused, and suddenly his attack disappeared. It worked. It actually worked. The secret rule Siwat told me about was real, and now the champion has no choice but to defend my attack. Except just when I thought I had the upper hand in the battle, the champion pulled out barrier blocks. Instead of building my jump, the champion built some invisible parkour combo. The barriers were invisible, and I had no way of knowing what sort of parkour combo he built. But whatever it was better than my attack, and my attack was now erased. That only left me with one choice, and I would have to build something even harder. I didn't even know what the champion built, so I couldn't hold back on this next attack. I knew I had to risk it all. I pulled out a 180 vertical flower pot jump into a backwards 360 candle jump, and I made it. The parkour champion's attack was erased, and he had no choice but to either try my attack or build a harder one. But the parkour champion wasn't phased, and he countered my attack with the hardest known jumps in parkour civilization. These were Neo jumps, and he did 2 in a row. Jumps where you have to jump around a block in midair. I knew I couldn't do these jumps, and this was not the time to try them. But the parkour champion set the bar high, meaning if my next attack isn't harder than his, I lose everything. But if I don't make this jump I'm about to build, my entire journey is over. But that means the same goes for the parkour champion. Any one of these attacks will do more than 10 hearts. That means I have to make this. The parkour god trusted me with these boots to save everyone. And for the first time in my life, I actually felt like I was worthy of them. That I was worthy of being the parkour champion.
What? This shouldn't be happening.
I thought I had bested the parkour champion, but I was wrong.
This ends now.
The parkour champion built an attack that was directly over the void.
Either you go down, or we both go down.
This was the end. The parkour champion knew he lost the battle, so he built a jump that would take us both down. And there's nothing I can do to defend myself. I knew deep down that this was most likely my last jump in parkour civilization.
Oh,
but
no.
this time, I wasn't gonna give up. Parkour god, if you're watching me, please just give me the strength for one last jump.
Whoa! Whoa!
I didn't expect my feet to hit the ground again, but they did. And when I turned around, the parkour champion had fallen. I won. I actually won. It's over, right? I'm the new parkour champion.
It can't be that easy, can
Who
it?
can make the rules and save everyone. So how do I do that? But as I was standing there, something started to happen. My items in my inventory were gone, and I got teleported to the parkour temple. When I walked outside, I looked around, and I realized there was nothing above me. And that's when I remember something the parkour master said to me. He told me that the champion is the only one who knows the way up. I turned around and looked at the parkour temple, and where there was nothing before, there was now a way up to get to the top of parkour civilization. That means my journey wasn't done yet. I still had to make it to the top. Luckily, I'm now considered the best in parkour civilization, so if there's anyone who can make the jumps, it was me. Only one more set of jumps stood between me and the top. I had always dreamed of this day, when I'd look up and I'd see nothing above me. But I never would have imagined what I'd have to go through to get here. Every jump I made and every jump I failed all led me to this point, to make it to the top of parkour
Wait, there's
civilization.
nothing here.
And now I was here, and there was nothing. Just pure emptiness and only the sky. I didn't have any idea of what to do until I saw a structure in the distance. I walked over and I saw blocks I've never seen before in parkour civilization. They were command blocks. And they were placed in front of a throne. I stepped up onto the throne and I got my pair of champion boots. But this time, they weren't someone else's. They were mine. It only makes sense that doing parkour on command blocks gives me the power to make the rules of parkour civilization. But before I start completely changing the entire rules of society, I needed to do something first. Well, I think it's time I give these back. I have a feeling you'll probably be needing them.
F-Bow, you did it. You saved us.
No, I didn't do anything. It was only possible because of you. And that's why I think you should be the champion. I don't know what to do with parkour civilization, but you are the champion. You know how to fix things. I just don't think I'm ready to be the— Whoa, what are you doing?
F-Bow, you think all of this was for me to become the champion again? I'm old, and you know parkour civilization better than I ever could.
Well, alright, I'm gonna need your help. With every 4-block jump on the command blocks, I can change the rules of parkour civilization. And with the help of the old champion, I'm not just gonna make things go back to the way they were. I'm gonna make things better than they ever were. Parkour was never about making or failing a jump. It was about getting up and trying again. The parkour god told me as long as you can parkour, there is always a way. And in my parkour civilization, people will always have a chance to try again.
Hey! Whoa! Was that it? Oh my god! That was so good! That was so good! That was so good! I wasn't expecting it to be as good as that. Holy shit! That was amazing! Pure cinema! Yay! That was so good! Oh my god. Hold on. I'm wearing like a sweater and stuff, so it's making it hard. Holy cow! That was really good! That was so good! It was so dumb, but it was so great! It was so dumb, but it was so good, and I enjoyed that. Hold on, I gotta stand up. Hold on, let me turn it. Ooh. That was so good. That was such a good little series. Holy cow. The civilization was a lie. The civilization was a lie. Oh, it was so great. Oh, we're gonna go into an ad break. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out of VR, and I'm gonna play some Hytale. I want to play some Hytale. I want to play some Hytale.